Yes, blessings to all the peeps. First, I want to say big big up to the chat and all persons who tune in. All right. Well, as what Lonesome always said, this is the Titans blessings. Well, Jamaica, we have serious situation at hand, and from once the Titan brothers link up, of course we are going to address them. One of the most serious situation is extrajudicial killing. It has now gone beyond reproach as it relates to where we can see live and the police officer feel emboldened that he can kill because Andrew Holness had given him the license, right? As it relates to kill at will. And so then you see, as it relates to the process of bringing persons into the court, the Jamaica Labour Party administration circumvent that, totally circumvent that. They want their police to kill at will, and the disrespect to our ladies, right? That you can kill one of our ladies in broad daylight. You can kill her in spite of the view of the public, because you have no regards, because you're confident yourself that Andrew Holness administration will back and defend you. The Prime Minister looked on Jamaicans and said, people must prepare to meet their maker if they challenge the police force, speaking to his so-called definition of criminals. But what I want to say to Andrew Holness, and I also want to say to Horace Strong and the Commissioner of Police, not one of the videos, of the many videos that Lonesome Melting Pot and others play on social media, where we have shown any videos of police and gunmen in shootout. So we are not going to take the Commissioner of Police deflection, skillful political rhetoric and deflection. So when you are talking about people who decided to challenge a superior force, we will play to you again that the young man that policeman took out of his house and brought him around a zinc fence and asked him to kneel. I want the Commissioner of Police to show me where in that video that guy was shooting at the police. I want the Commissioner of Police to also show us, when we showed him the picture as it relates to the killing in St. Elizabeth, where two police officers, after handcuffing a young man, handcuffing the young man, and as a result of the young man giving problem being to the fact that he's in handcuffed, the policeman gave him 3 gunshots to his torso at point blank range. I want the Commissioner of Police, Lonesome and Melting Pot, show us where that guy was shooting at the police. I also want the police, I want the Commissioner of Police, I want Andrew Holness, and I want Horace Strong to show us, when you have 21 policemen and women went to the house of a Jamaican, where his name was not affixed to the warrant, and where we have seen the young man came out with both hands in the air and was put back into the room and was number 3. We would like the commissioner of police, the prime minister, and RECESSION showed us where that guy was shooting at the police. And finally, what had happened a couple of days ago, where you have task force stop a lady driver and ask persons to abandon the vehicle, leave the vehicle, come out of the vehicle, disembark from the vehicle. I have to pause on this, because this goes to the heart,
Of course.
I have to really pause on this, because this is vicious. But watch and see the policemen ask the occupants of the vehicle to disembark and left a female driver inside. And the world watch, the world witness that there is no more respect for our women. No more respect. Our women are not safe as it relates to Anjo police force. Where was the preservation of life? What happened to the use of force theory? What happened to the use of force theory? What the use of force theory said? There are 6 steps. Jamaica, I want you to listen to me tonight. There are 6 steps. 5 steps prior to use lethal force. 5 steps. And tonight, I am going to ask the world who watching locally and the diaspora, and I'm going to go through the use of force theory, and I want Jamaica, all of us who witness the wickedness, the cruelty of extrajudicial killing executed in the public domain. It gets so emboldened that they are not hiding again. They are 007s, licensed to kill, granted by the Prime Minister and RECESSION. So tell me, people, when we look at step 1 at the use of force theory, and we talk about officer presence, which is the mere visibility or arrival of an officer or security professional, often this alone is enough to deter or de-escalation of potential conflict. Was the police speaking in that language, communicating to ensure that the situation did not escalate, but de-escalate? That is number 1 on the use of force theory. So we go to number 2, which is verbal command. Did the police execute verbal command? Clear, non-physical communication ranging from polite requests to loud and to directive command. Did we see that? No. 3, soft physical control. Empty-handed tactics designed to gain compliance without causing injury. This including holding or escort and joint locks or pressure points for pain compliance. Did we see that take place? You're talking about a female. You are talking about a female and multiple officers. One female, and multiple officers, and all of them bear 2 weapons. That appearance is as intimidating without a shot being fired. That appearance alone being intimidating. You're dealing with a female. 4, hard physical controls. More forceful, empty-handed tactics intended to immediately stop an aggressive behavior. She wasn't aggressive. This includes physical strikes. You have done none of that. And we have seen no aggression. Now, we go to 5, intermediate weapon. The use of non-lethal equipment to control a combative subject, which we didn't see. She was combative in any circumstances. Where you could use might be a pepper spray. You have that arm with you, a pepper spray. You could use a baton. You could use those things. But you who went there to execute your motive, you who went there to take her life, you who went there armed with the instruction coming from Andrew Holness, she will meet her maker today, and you decided for her to meet her maker. And then the only part of the use of force theory that you know was not number 1, was not number 2, was not number 3, was not number 4, was not number 5. Immediately, you had resorted to number 6. The first choice that you think is to utilize number 6 to take her life, because of course, you are following the instructions of Andrew Holness and RECESSION. And of course, their silence, their inaction, they are telling Jamaica they are fully in agreement with what you have done. Jamaica, get together. We need to galvanize. We need, if we have to shut down Jamaica. That is what this mission called for. Let the PSOJ pockets feel. But one unity is trying to bring about a positive outcome that enough is enough. And I yield back.
I say something to you. I want to show you something, because that lady, before me carrying Pat right now, now I'll show you 2 little videos. This, now I'll show you a video what them do yesterday. Them call me from around somewhere down a quick town and thing yesterday. And the police, a young man and a lady have something, and she going to tell police about what's it, you know, woman still, right? Them come and them see the young man and them shoot him. Now, same time in family, them they right. The time I try to run from them shoot him. In the road, I not see no gun, I not see nothing. I'm family lie down upon him to save him. And them pepper spray the family, you know. Remember, I not shoot out this and whoever see them pull it. Let me get a look at touch it, them talk. And them want to play a next woman, which should say them call bad word. Because I know what's his bad word. You know, bumbo clap, that's not bad no word. Our thing these tend to American thing when them say is a motherfucker. You know what that mean? Boy, your mother. What you are doing to your mother. Your monkey, your bitch. Your mother is a bitch, you know, woman dog. We don't say a bumbo and puss. These are not bad. Me not care what them want terms it. Right? Look what them do to that woman. Look what them do to that youth. Yesterday this. After that, we're going, you know. This is yesterday. Man, sure just a look a piece of it. Watch this.
Hey, watch out, my wicked.
Let's shoot me already, you know. You must see what going on. People I don't find.
Don't let him go.
Don't let him go. Just get him life, you know.
Watch him, my friend, I be blame fierce. Him wicked here. Watch him, I do even fight. My friend, I be blame fierce. Him, my friend, and the girl fierce. Him wicked.
And you come at you might not say, you know, ask for the skin. Let him go upset and mad. Now, you shoot a man and him injure, and you draw him from the people, them, because them can't trust you. Him one family member, gone everybody have to lie down for him to save him. This is how Jamaica come to know. Not an ambulance, you know. Not an ambulance. But this is the same man and woman that come from us. You see, them a traitor a long time and them not good. Me not see them do nobody up a Meadowbrook, up on the hill at Cherry Gardens, or up at Beverly Drive, Angelique. Me not see nobody them do them kind of thing at all. I'm going to see and get the people them where Andrew can get in a bus and give them piece of Kentucky and do all kind of things. I remember, you know, when you have government in and them the police come do you this. It not come with if you vote. Vote or not, you vote for JLP or PMP. So if a JLP them allow you. Them not ask that you them look for you as a poor Jamaican who have the money, can't tackle them with liar. Them no wear, can't remember I know dirty thinking crab. Tell them must not wear cameras. Remember, when we look on TikTok, anyway, they say every day police go on TikTok and put up themselves in a better. So them love camera in a better. But for where it go on operation, them no want to show it. That's for sure. Say, I just pay murders. This nasty. This bad. Can you imagine if few people them never did there? In that, you know, I did meet that, you know, say, I have a next one where when them going up with them fling him in the Jeep back, and family member jumping at the Jeep back with him to make sure, we have it here, to make sure them not kill him. Them have to carry my doctor. This is how Jamaica gone to know. You cannot shoot people pitney and no retaliation. And them are in a danger, you know. The one of them rifle down. And them can't turn them back. Hey, if I one time and place, the youth them really serious, them couldn't even do this. And walk away. People them have to get real. Make us show you the next one before I carry in part. Look at the next one here. You say, woman, this guy before them kill a woman here. Look here. Look at this. Why not come up yet? Move it back. Put it back. See if it come up here. I want you to come up here now because I want you to see that one.
You have to let her go. She have to go up on the bed and lay down.
Come back here, sir. She can come back.
A woman sit, brother.
Woman.
Come. Get up. Get up. Get up. What? Move from us, sir.
Back in up. Make sure
you have to let her go. She have to go up on the bed and lay down. She have to go up on the bed. Anyway, you want to
lay down on my van back. When I shove your cuss, bad boy. I saw you draw your mother, draw, and your woman where you live with Pangong. You know, you can't see the place to call wet and nasty. Get up! You're going to my back. When I care your cuss, bad boy.
Anyway, you want to tell them what
man. I don't know what you're going on there, and she have your cost bad and I'm going to.
You are right. If you drape her and drag her in her mud like this, make her fit something upon her. If she cuss bad boy, that give him the right. But this is the right where them get now in a brother. Them people, and all of you talk, I look for him and call him boss, bossy. When to be your boss, youth, he must serve, protect, and reassure. Servant of the people. But you see, this is just Ghetto youth. You understand? A fearing up Iran and a melting pot. Then you have fear. So, you know, them are trying to have him on boss. You're my boss. Them are subdued to this piece of shit. Poor thing, them don't know them rights. You drape up a woman and draw like this. Look here. What kind of work couldn't stop repeat what Andrew them and say? If somebody had come to me and me to do something, and you're not going to tell me about you do your work. You can't do your work for me. He's not a criminal. I'm entitled to talk and ask a question. You can't, that's why them kill the youth on a territory there and the people. Him go up him and I see him just beat them. You hear what them say? Comply and then you complain. Him get a chance to complain, Byron. And Pop. Him comply. I bet him did resist them from not going to the house. Maybe him that life them that beat him still. But him comply, him live to complain. Don't make the police tell them bullshit. Eh? You take him back and him follow go upstairs and you just clean him up and kill him. And then tell we lie, but the thing them show different. The camera and all. Continue.
And you keep on your neck back and I sit there, brother. And you keep on your neck back and I sit, brother. Help me lift up.
People hear this? Fire shot and kill them dog. Hey, the police do anything, you know. People remember play it back. Hear the church where him said to them, you no, the whole of them got dead up out here. Hear this. So film thing now, people. The one of them are dead up there. No. Kill the people, them dog. You know, no, because hey, them pull. You see, and remember somebody in a room between a window video that him no see neither, you know. Without you see these things, All the commissioner run out. Our men and them get attacked and this and that. That is bull crap. Bull crap. And the other thing, when them go in that real battle, me see them dead, you know, and the real battle. One man. I'm going to show it more and show it tonight. One man. And him say, them tell them, say, boy, them did all right, and them have the amount of people. And 4 of them, him alone shoot. 4. Him have 1 rifle, and when you look, them attacking a fling shot, him a fling back shot. 4! Over in St. Catherine. A matter of fact, them say them never even expect it. Because when you come, nobody now really like a shoot off of you. Them are more surrender and more, you know, probably don't when them see you. But there's still 4 of them get shot, 3 of them dead. Saying the man them when them step in and get up people. This is what we can't stand this no more, because this really get me upset. I'm mad. Yeah, I remember this is the order from Crap too, you know. Him say well, you have to kill them and don't carry them in. Kill them and not carry them in. When a man can look on a woman and just stand up there and wait for her and shoot her and then come tell a live report and you talk about moving her for frontline duty, this is bullshit. I saw a guy think up himself and say, all you know talk about don't make nobody tell you about police because you see what going on at Tivoli. Piece of shit. Maybe that's answer you right now. What going on at Tivoli is a little thing that was an encourager. Them that gun people and them they are between the same Jamaica Labour Party and them foolishness. And who are get paid for a fight for do those. Yeah? But when you think about a wider scale, I know 15,000 people can that is Tivoli's one little community. You can't take on Jamaica. No 15,000 man cannot take on Jamaica. You eat a piece of shit and you don't. Yeah? You can't take on every station. Remember, you don't have no time. Or you circle Tivoli if you circle Jamaica with them because station 20 police, 10 police or so. You're crazy? Stop that bullshit. That's why 80 mash up. That was an encourager. And then there are gun people who are say bill. That another word of Jamaica take on this, but this man not destroy the whole Jamaica. Yeah? You can take 15,000 people can take on Jamaica. Them have not one for go one too. For them people, them to talk to them too. This is God, this can't too far. I'm a fuck a crime against humanity. And them police and have no manners, you know. Them now have no manners.
Yeah, Melting Pot, go and juggle because him drop off.
Well, you see the whole thing when I look on, you know, is that the authority in Jamaica is in denial of what is happening on a day-to-day basis. You know, as it relates to the confrontation between the state and the citizen. Yeah, because if you notice, you know, the main 3 counterparts, you know, you hear nothing from none of them, you know. You know, you hear nothing from the crime minister. You know, you hear nothing from the Chinese descendant crab. And you know, you hear nothing from the lunatic Gugu too. Because I feel them plan of action upon the citizen in Jamaica as it relates to where we see the police them do. Because the police them is not doing what they are doing thinking that there's a reprisal as it relates to the law. No. Them know say what them a do, it good because it come from the chain of command. Now we have a problem with the chain of command because all of them are criminal, you know. The 3 we may just highlight, you know, all of them are criminal. And you cannot have criminal, yeah, presiding over righteous people. Because, as we rightfully say, you know, them can't tell we nothing about no shootout because where we are look pan video footage does not exhibit anything like a shootout. In the case of Bujo, them can't say she was of any threat to them. She was more a lamb to the slaughter. Good? So the whole, you know, theory of this administration is that we are up against a mafia scheme, a dictatorship playing out in front of our eye using the state resource. Now taxpayers is the one who is at the worst half stage of everything, you know. Because taxpayers are pay them garbage to come brutalize and kill them. Taxpayers are pay a criminal government to stay in a power and preside, using the mechanism of Israel police administration and Pegasus. So the whole thing in a Jamaica is now one whole cesspool of corruption. I would never think I could live to see the day when citizens in a Jamaica, especially the baby them, afraid of police. The baby them as them see the police keep them a ball down in a Jamaica, and that me I get. Yeah? And me I get it from reliable source. This is how traumatized the citizen has become as it relates to them and policemen sharing the same space. Because it seems like when police come in your environment, 90% of the time, a fatality. We not see no farmer arresting a go on anymore, you know. We not see no dialogue between police and civilian to calm or quell any situation. We are seeing lethal force being demonstrated. And we're asking the authority, can that be the way to govern a country? When previously, when a guy want to come turn politician, him tell the people him how him love them and him care for them, and him a go do the best for them. But the same guy, now we see him true colors playing out right in front of our eye. We see the devil and the demon where him possess a play out in the society. Because him demonic align, you know. Yeah, him is a large man. Yeah. And him in a one of the big high society lodge where demands a lot of blood. You understand? And Jamaica people have to realize this is the guy with them up against, with them choose to be the 1 PM. Well, me know, me not go really, 100% say Jamaican people choose him. Jamaican people refuse him. But when me say choose him, me mean from the inception when this guy say him a come in our politics and a run as the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. So you know him a go be prime minister. Them back him because when him do, him trick them, use a narrative young people government and hit them run with. Well, this is the result of the young people government. I rather use experienced government. People with skill set of how to run a country and how to, look after them people in the country. Yeah, how to build a society upon love and humanity. So them choose this garbage, the crime minister. Yeah. And, see when the friend him come in from 2016 and no blood no stop running at Jamaica, It look like how the blood becomes the aisle where to run the country. So we have to move that guy by all means. Yeah? Because as I am saying to you, my Jamaican people tonight, this guy is in denial of what is happening in the country. That's why you don't hear him come out and personally condemn anyone at the crime scene where I see on video. Because him watch all of them. Him watch all of them. Him and Gugu too and Crab. Them watch all of them. So them cannot be the fixer for the problem. The fixer for the problem are the people in Jamaica, the massive of the people. We need to demonstrate before this guy becomes a more vicious monster in the society. Yeah, because every day him get more vicious and more vile against the citizen. Now, me know we have a multi-mix society in Jamaica. We have over 200,000 Chinese and we have close to 500,000 Asian descendant, the Indian them, and we have some Israeli down in the place. Are we seeing any one of those people any time of the day? Well, recently I see a little one confrontation up a Ligani. But the Chinaman, this the whole of the police them. The nasty black ugly Andrew Holness force. The Chinaman, this them up a Ligani. And them can't use no lethal force by the Chinaman. But in that same circumstance there, if me play out the scenario and put a black man in place of the Chinaman, they would have murdered him.
Oh, yes.
Them wouldn't give a chance like what the Chinaman did have, and I deal with them in the way how I deal with them. So we are look on it and I say what kind of culture this build up in Jamaica all of a sudden, where black people now becomes the enemy of black people. Because them get a job. Policing is not to kill. Policing is to serve, protect, and reassure. So all of a sudden now, it seems like the description of the force changed. When it changed to Andrew Force, it don't look like a JCF again. So the whole aspect of where I'm going in Jamaica, my Jamaicans, is that the country need a new leader so it can obtain a new direction. Where the country is heading to right now, yeah, it heading down a spiral slippery slope. Because as I just highlight earlier on, you know, the little kids them now afraid of the police and the police vehicle. Because them come immune, they have come immune to the system. Yeah. I've seen police brutality. These kids have heard too much gunshot and become paranoid. They're scared of the long M16 guns. So many of them on our street. Them afraid of the police with the 2 and 3 gun. One police armed with 2 and 3 firearm. Them afraid of the brutality treatment handed out to the victim after being wounded by bullet from the state gun. The way them drag them along the asphalt, Jamaican nurses say, Andrew take on for agang goat. Animal him take on for out there, you know. Labor right me a talk to you tonight too, you know. This is the melting pot. Me have to talk to you labor right because you want now. This can't be a leader we want to choose, you know, for run Jamaica, you know. We want to put on support behind him 100%, you know. Because on a party and on a leader, you know. We not see where him carry the country gone. Him carry the country on an international scale never seen before anywhere else in the world where the state police kill so much civilian. And that's why him drag Jamaica down, you know. Where the love for Jamaica is slowly disintegrating across the globe. I know people outside of Jamaica love the country Jamaica. Them love the people Jamaicans. Because of a culture, them love a country because of flavor, the nice, you know, comfortable weather, warm with the cool Caribbean breeze, and liquor at the same time. Them love that. But them are turn away from the country because internet has given people access on a daily basis to see what is going on in Jamaica and to hear what is taking place in Jamaica. And the international community don't like it. You understand? Me can't tell the crime minister that. Me can't tell him member of cabinet that. Yeah, them not like where the Jamaica Labour Party take the country to. The type of day-to-day killing, the international community is condemning it. Because international community know what good life look like in our country as it relates to the leadership and the civilian of the country. What we have is a guy who carry out genocide secretly, and he must be investigated. That's why I'm a watch the country with Pegasus. I'm a lead from a place of power, you know, unauthorized power, you know, where him bestowed upon himself. Yeah, where him come out and a direct all the police directive order, where him not have no authority to do that. Yeah. Regardless of him sitting at the highest office. Him not an authority to tell the police them to do what them to do and tell the citizens them to make them make a crab likewise. Not have the authority there.
But hold on and read this to the people then. Now me know why you just talk, because we are talk this and they might not believe someone. You read this and make the people them understand what we are saying. We just ask a question and then you read it out. Same thing what you just say, but just read. Maybe just zero in from them for them see. All right. Anyone who can see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero it up. Yes. All right. Steady it, sir. Steady it, sir. Yeah. In democratic country, can Prime Minister of national, in democratic country, can Prime Minister of National Security Minister or other police to kill its citizen? No, steady it, Wayne. No. In a democratic country, neither a Prime Minister or a National Security Minister can legally order the police to kill citizens. Doing so violate the rules of law and constitute an illegal extrajudicial killing. The principle of police independence, yeah. Police force in democracy are strictly governed by the rules of law. They are bound by specific statutory framework, such as the Criminal Code. In Canada, are the Police Service Act, when separate law enforcement from direct political control. The limit on the use of force. Police are only permitted to use lethal force as a last resort, and this authority reset entirely on whether there is an imminent threat of death or grievous bodily harm to the officer or the public. A government minister ordering the police to kill a citizen would be given an unlawful order. An officer are legally.
Well, I no move. Come here, tell them, you know, so we want to show them, we don't want to just tell them. Right? All right, come back legally. Second again.
Yeah, an officer are legally obligated to refuse such a command. Yes, an officer not supposed to take them thing there. Consequences for illegal order. If a prime minister or any other official issue an illegal directive to arm citizens, it would result in severe consequence.
So stop there, so no, on criminal liability. Me never make you read that, yeah? So, oh, Andrew, I give them people as a me Jamaica and I talk about kill. Them forget charge. Not even Gugu too can give a police.
Yeah, them thing that we in.
Attack. It is illegal. Andrew Holness now have no power. If you tell about come in Jamaica, you know, them should not charge him feet and kick him out. That, you know. Byron, you know yourself Canada, part, you know yourself England or anywhere else. And him come up and tell him to kill his citizens. You know what I'm gone.
Well, I mean, that would be a political suicide. If that said the Prime Minister of Canada said that, me and you know say that is a political suicide.
Them are charging, man. You know him done. Everything done.
But that would be a political suicide.
Of
Would have to
course.
resign.
And them are
A
charging.
badness government at Jamaica, you know.
Yeah.
Badness government at Jamaica, and people need to know that this is not a government where you can look upon and say, well, then, boy, them have something about them. A rogue government. The Labour administration is a rogue administration. The guy forgot prison fee because, you know, the Constitution don't give him the authority the way I exhibit, you know.
No.
Yeah,
All right.
he forgot prison.
Finish that little part there. Now, all the oversight board them a cost.
All right. Criminal liability. And there's some of that, right?
Yeah.
The politician and the officers who carry out the orders can be charged with crimes, including murder and conspiracy.
Thank you.
Judicial review. Court would strike down such order as unconstitutional. Civil oversight organization like the Canadian Civil Liberal Rights Association provide
Yes.
Liberties, yes. Association provide continuous monitoring and advocacy to hold government accountable to limit and police use of force. Political removal, attempting to weaponize the police to kill citizens, would typically lead to immediate votes of no confidence, impeachment, or criminal prosecution of the responsible leaders.
That
Yeah?
but that no going to Jamaica. Me I tell you, sir, I crime them commit.
No, because
Anything like that, you know, brother.
we and truly,
Crime
we
and another one commit by saying these things, you know. And me see them, and them attack human rights where for hold them up. And Gugu too, it's crime. Him can't give nobody no directive. Me not ask him, but come here to Jamaica. Stink him, stink. And Kaba tell them to shoot with citizens. People, brother, Chano.
but my brother, my brothers, me I talk about even the weaponizing of the police force, you know, this whole heap of M16 on the road to come off, you know. The man weaponized the force to kill out the people, them. You know, so one police have 3 guns. Them not carry back, you know. And them going to use pepper spray like in the incident in Craigtown. Because what it is simple. Yeah. A vendetta where Andrew have against Jamaican people since September the 3rd. Remember me tell you no. Yeah? Because I'm sister the people reject him, you know.
That's it.
Him have to go all out to steal the election for remain in a prison, so to keep him to remain in a power to keep himself out of prison. Him have to go all out. Him spend the most money. Him use Pegasus. Him use all the ink out in the cities, in the civilian, and him look all type of bangarang, and him could have barely scrape home. Basically. Yeah. With all the seat that went thief, him couldn't get no 2/3 majority. So him have himself know say him never win the election, him party never win the election, and the people never choose them. So them dep on a all-out vendetta attack against the citizen. They are killing out black people under the disguise of genocide. You understand? And international community have to take a stand on this now, you know. Because this gone out of proportion in a Jamaica, you know. And a years of this are going in a Jamaica. And it now get no looking from the outside international agency them. Like the Human Rights Council. Them need to come in. Amnesty need to come down at Jamaica as well. Yeah, United Nations need to come down there. All of the agencies that will protect human life need to come at Jamaica. Because we are going in at Jamaica is that every day a human will lose them life. And we are seeing happening in front of people. We are leave people traumatized. Young youth them a witness police a kill people. The car when them go in a yard, them murder you in front of everybody. them murder you in the street in front of everybody because them not doing any arresting. So them can get rid of the prisons and the jail cell where them have, you know. Because it look like a paid off cat and made arrest. Yeah. And family plot and some other cemetery. I look like I just now become the jailhouse. You can't tell me, say, policeman come and have whether a confrontation, yeah, or an altercation, but him can't control the situation in a sense where him preserve life. Him have to take life. And when you look at several of them up on the scene, you know, against one individual, in the case of Jabbar Fark, it's not 23 of them. 23. When them kill Ramara Sterling, a whole heap can't count them surround the place, them cover the place, soldiers and police. That was a giant military operation. Yeah. Up at St. Thomas, same amount of them got murder the youth. I get ready for Garer. Yeah. In a bigger than situation, enough of them same way you kill bigger than. So it's a what you call now a mob. The man have a go around, not a police force. The man have a mob, a mob going around killing off the citizens them. Jamaica people have to wise up to that. You know, have to use your own sensitivity, you know, to analyze where happen around, you know, how the landscape change where it come, where in regards to policing. I'm telling my people, police is not arresting anymore. Yeah, them are number 3.
7:49
So,
a.m.
the simple fact of the matter, where Andrew are driving at the society is a fear factor. You must fear the police force. That is why you hear now thinking dirty Gugu too come out and I say the people them stupid for challenge film superior force. Look pan the piece of garbage, no man. Just look pan the piece of shit house, no man, when you qualify for the position. We are use that type of rhetoric to the people. Saying the Jamaican people are stupid to challenge the superior force. When we not see none of our people are challenge them are challenge the people. They are the one who are terrorizing the citizen, not the other way around. Them carry out all type of illegal activity and trouble with illegal gun for plant the crime scene, and then them same one tamper with the crime scene. So what we are look on is unconstitutional policing in a Jamaica. And I yield back the floor to you, my brother.
Yes, Byron.
All right.
Let me get a video here where you just start about before. See
Yeah,
video
man,
here.
thank you.
7:49 a.m. Pineapple Lane, Bogwalk, St. Catherine. The last time Romario
Anyway, people, and Byron, this is a shootout according to the police.
Exactly.
Byron, watch me.
Sterling was seen alive. In this CCTV video, the police are seen talking to the man who was seemingly instructed to kneel. He was taken outside his premises and then the sound of a gunshot. It's unclear how many members of the security forces were at the scene, but we observed them milling around. By this time, Romario Sterling laid lifeless on the ground. The police report on the incident last Thursday stated that the shooting happened at 8:20 p.m.
That's not what happened. They came here in the morning. They had him here. They can see the video. The time span on the video says 7:49. Already had him here with him hand on him head.
7:49 a.m. or p.m.
A.m.
It also stated that the deceased man was shot during a confrontation.
No gunshot no come through the zinc. So if him in here, so I shoot after them. Them supposed to stand out the door and shoot after him in here. Right?
The report further said the cops seized a 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 8 rounds. Romario's relatives are incensed.
You pretend the man with him hand on him head. So many are uno. So many man pretend one man, you know, and he have his hand on his head. I imagine you stoop him down on his knee. For the evidence is there where we see your hand on him shoulder, push him down on him knee. Oh my God. And you look at me and tell me, say, I no baby that you kill. No baby that you take a candy from.
Of concern is the police report on the incident. The family is also questioning why their relative was killed in such a manner.
I imagine, you know, you go at the house, and you knock on the door, and you open the door, right? And surrender to you.
A relative who lives where the incident occurred says the lawmen also entered the house using a flashlight because inside is poorly lit.
On the other video inside, you can literally hear when they come and knock the door. I have that video on the phone. They knock the door, and when you open, you see the flashlight flashing.
There are no bullet holes or other signs, he says, of a raging gun battle. As for the deceased man's father, he's distraught. He says his son has been living in the area for more than 3 years and insists he has not had any run-ins with the law.
Teacher will tell us in a chair, my son sit down at school.
Oh, God.
No bad reputation for no school. So my son a fight nor nothing. My son go to school till him graduate.
When contacted, the police insist the incident happened in the night and maintain that they were acting in self-defense.
You know, so them for go to prison though. And the twin them for more team this, you know, and the one on near Mackie, you know, and them, you know, them are living murder. Byron said to them opening statement, and we are showing one lead where them are going. These are what we have. None of them yeah, and about no shootout. John Moore. Yes, sir.
But you know, Wayne, here it is. But before I speak what I want to speak, I want to give a little background. Melting Pot and Lonesome. Us as, in terms of our ancestors from Africa, I want people to see where I'm going. We had spent more than 400 years in slavery. Look where I'm going. And I hear people talking about Mark Golden, right, is white and seems like we want to vote for the white man over the black man. Let us start where it began. When the European went into Africa, did you believe that the European just went into Africa and just get up some black people and just put them in slavery?
No.
No, nothing like that. That's why people need to read history.
No.
It was black people.
Mm.
I want people to follow me now. And what I'm saying, regardless that some people might not like it, it is the truth.
True.
This is a true reflection of history.
True. True.
Black people helped those Europeans to enslave black people.
True.
And not only that, black people, many people don't know this, were owners of slaves themselves. Jamaica and the world who are listening to me now, take out your phone and Google for me in United States. Melting Pot, I want you to do it right away. Take out your phone and put this in Google. Black slave owners in the United States. We are waking up the people, all the people who are listening to me. Go on Google and type in black slave owners in the United States. I want to get to your consciousness this evening. Now, let me tell you something, Jamaica. Do you know that you have white people, some white people, who did not agree with slavery?
And them same us, brother.
How many of you know
okay.
that William Wilberforce, type in that name, as a white man, fought to get us free? Many of you don't know that Canada speak about the underroad railroad system. Not for you don't know these things. So I have to teach it. You will realize that many black slaves use the underground railroad between America and Canada to escape slave. Who you think preserve their safety? White people, some white people who did not support slavery here in Canada. How many of you know that history? You know where I'm going, Jamaica? Let me get into Jamaica. I'm teaching you a lesson tonight. I was a part of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And it was there in terms of when I went to Twickenham Park. Right? Going through my training. And they were giving us the history of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Do you know the history of the Jamaica Constabulary Force? Mega, you're in the chat.
Mega in the chat, man.
Mega, we could talk to them because you're in the chat, Mega. The history of Jamaica Constabulary Force started in three parishes, Jamaica. Why did you think they started the police force within those three parishes? They started out as a night watchman system.
True.
Let us talk about history.
True.
I want to shock Jamaica consciousness.
True.
And make people wake up when we are talking about Mark Golden and talk about Andrew Holness. Wake up. They are waking up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
When the Jamaica Constabulary Force formed, Megawatt can tell you in that chat.
Yeah, man.
It formed in three parishes.
True.
St. Catherine, St. Andrew, right? And Kingston. But ask the reason. When it was formed, what was it called? It called the night watchman system. The night watchman system. Why was it called that? And why was it formed? Let me tell you why was it formed. It was formed to protect the colonial masters' properties. It wasn't about law and order. the foundation of Jamaica Constabulary Force wasn't about law and order. It was formed as a result, as a night watchman system to protect the colonial master's properties.
Yes. Because them used to burn it in a Byron.
Because the slaves
burn it.
would damage it.
Yes.
So Lord, get some of the medicine, man.
Get them it, some of the squad, and we just go and chip in that thing. So that's
Okay.
what them. Can you know, say, tell them some of the history, you know.
We teach the history.
Yes. You go on, yes, man.
Right? And so from there, it springs into this. So the history is there.
True.
When you see the police officers in Jamaica, I am going to ask one big question tonight. Do you believe any member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force can go up to Cherry Gardens or any of the rich, any of the affluent society and take out Tam Tavari's son? Let us get into the history now. Can any, and I'm going to show you how the Commissioner of Police is a piece of nasty hypocrite. Let me ask a question. Can any police officer in the Jamaica Constabulary Force go up to any of the affluent society and take the son of any one of the elites, anyone, I am not asking, any one of the elites, and bring them around a corner and tell them to kneel and shoot them? They can't. Let me tell you why they can't. They can't because, number one, they know that they are breaking the law. Number two, they know that they will be moving against the elites. Number three, they know that they will be punished for it. And number four, the execution of classism. Classism is what being distributed as it relates to the police execution of their duties. Classism in the sense that their performance of duty and the justice being executed, only executing against the poor and the persons who are in poverty. And so when it comes to the elite, who many people or many Jamaicans don't know, that in the history of the politics, the elites has never put a political party in power. So I ask the question, who puts a political party in power?
Masses.
Let us go to the political demographic.
Yes.
Not the rich, not PSOJ,
No.
but the massive of the poor and needy. The massive. Where the poverty bed lies. But wake up, Jamaica. Who get the representation? The elites, not the poor. So when, again, let us put it out to them, lonesome.
Yes.
But them and those who try to deceive the nation through their political rhetorics and their political interests. when we say to them categorically speaking that when you talk about PNP and GLP are the same, you are wrong. You know what they say, Wayne? They say that we are political fanatics. We are politically dilated. Because you know what they are saying, Wayne? We are not splitting justice. Because we come every day on social media and we beat Andrew, we beat Andrew, and we beat Andrew, and we beat Andrew. And we are not fair. Because we are not splitting justice. Like how we beat the GLP, we need to beat the PNP. Now let Mystic Sensation give them the real history of what is happening. And tell any one of them who are willing to challenge us, don't talk behind our backs. You can talk behind our back because you know you can't challenge us. We have the truth, we have the facts. Now let me say this, Lonzo.
Yes.
That Michael Manley, they had fight him aggressively. For what? Because he was fighting for the poor and needy in Jamaica.
True.
But let me ask this question. Was Michael Manley black or Michael Manley was white?
White.
Huh?
White.
Was Michael Manley black or Michael Manley white?
White.
Now, he fights. Did Michael Manley die rich or he die poor?
Them are both them die poor.
Okay.
You can't.
And he's proud.
He's
proud of it.
Yes.
Fighting with the people. Walking with the people. Michael Manley decided that to move ourselves out of poverty, study to show yourself approved. We are not going to make bluequits, daffeds, and dunces derail us. We are going to speak with clarity, speak with facts. When we say that PNP and GLP are not the same, it is not one GLP that we convicted. Talk to us, Lonesome, talk to us, Melting Pot. It is not one GLP we have convicted.
From the 50s.
From 1954.
Yes.
Do your history.
Yes.
Go and study to show yourself approved. Study.
First in study.
From 1954 until now, we have been putting Jamaica Labour Party criminals in the court, justice. And guess what? We are finding them guilty and we are sending them to prison from 1954 and as we speak. So any narrative that when we come, we beat Jamaica Labour Party day in and day out. We beat Jamaica Labour Party day in and day out. Yes, it's the truth. Because they need to get beaten day in and day out. Because indeed, they are criminals.
Well, I know, but I say something to when I know who. Our virgin came from England, one of my artists, virgin, what I want to know. We know you watch this now. And he said to me today, say, you know, feel Mark Golden, you know, now doing enough for Mark Golden this. So I just tell him, say, listen, I'm not even the party where I beat really, you know, where all government accountable. And Joe Holness himself tell we Byron to hold the government accountable. If you have an opposition and you have a ruling government. So not the party and about the party itself, you know, about the ministers and the government itself, who mash up the country.
Exactly.
So we're not going for no party neither, you know. So them have the wrong theory. That's a theory. We are all government accountable, brother. Continue, my brother.
So when we are talking, we are showing that Jamaica Labour Party, because of their trickery, they hold the governance more time than PNP. Am I lying, my brothers?
No, you're right, you're right, you're right.
Now let me ask you a question. They hold in governance as a result of their trickery and their lies. But yet, they pass the least policies and create the least social programs. I want for everyone who is listening to me, all the people who are listening to me, I want you to look into Google's search engine, and as it relates to the amount of social programs that the People's National Party had created, the People's National Party had created over 600 social programs. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right.
Talk to me, my brothers.
No, man, you're right.
Yeah, man, 100% correct, man.
The People's National Party had created over 600 social programs. Let us talk to them now as it relates to how much social programs JLP created. The Jamaica Labour Party cannot show you or show anyone as it relates to 20 social programs the entire time that they spend in government. Am I wrong, my brother, or am I right?
You're right.
100% correct.
Right.
So you tell me, which political era that you live in, believing that, okay, we need to beat the PNP equally as how we beat the JLP? What is there that we need to beat the PNP on? All the propaganda spread their propaganda. The FinSAC is a propaganda.
FinSAC.
The Trafigura.
That was the solution.
Is a propaganda.
Yes.
The furniture scandal.
That's a propaganda.
Is a propaganda.
That's not even a scandal. Yes.
So let me ask the question. What is there? Come and tell us. Because you have been tricked with the narrative of the Jamaica Labour Party. If the PNP guilty of FinSAC, then why the Jamaica Labour Party doesn't release the report? Release the report. Release the report. You had used FinSAC for years. Lies, deceit. But guess what? We are now in this space. Enough of them, plenty of them, they vex because titans in the place. And to the fact that they can't go around us, they have problem with us. They are saying that we are politically biased. But we tell them that when we speak, we don't speak and don't show the evidence. We present the evidence. We present the facts that you can read from. And I'm going to yield the floor in saying that when you speak, show people the substance where they can read from and be guided as it relates to what you are saying. And I yield back.
All right.
Let me just come and dance to my brother just a while ago. Yeah. And what we had said earlier on. You see, we the Titans, a government, we will accountable. Yeah. We are not here to endorse any political affiliation. We are here to hold the government of the day accountable. And at the current time at the year in Jamaica is the Andrew Holness-led administration that is in government, that is underperforming, and that's the administration we are holding accountable for all the wrong variances where we sit in Jamaica happening frequently. where trillions of dollars missing, where the crime has spiraled out of control, where the educational sector has been destroyed by corruption means, yeah, where the teachers and nurses and doctors are migrating at an alarming rate and leaving our citizens in a vulnerable state. That is the reason why Titans are here to hold government accountable. So I don't want to garbage out the talk about beat Marky G, like how we beat Andrew. Marky G are opposition, doing a fine job. You understand? Marky G is doing a fine job as an opposition leader because Marky G is the integrity boss.
Brother,
And
let me get
exude and exhibit integrity. Andrew don't have any. Nor him cabinet members them. Remember we are look for the things where them done, you know, over the decades where them in a office, you know. I'm proud to the decade, you know. Yeah. When you look for Andrew Holness for create lawsuit against Mama P for NHT fund, where him now walla in it for more than a decade and still I put a proposal, same wanted for the whole of 5-year term in this term when we here. So it just got to show you the PMP as a party, in my estimation, represent people, life and people values in a Jamaica. And that is why when you look upon the PMP leaders, them, you know, Norman Washington Manley, a white man, him defend black people. Michael Manley is a white man, him defend black people. PJ Patterson is the only black leaders in Jamaica that has ever gone above and beyond to make sure no black people have a life in the country. Bruce never do it, Andrew never do it, Shearer never do it.
Mama P do it.
Yeah.
Mama P.
No, we are talking about black man.
Okay.
Yeah, because them have a problem with Marky G being white. But we are sure that People's National Party, you know. We can identify the two Manleys and we can identify Marky G, yeah, as being white men. But what we see within those three individuals, we see care and consideration. Yeah. We see men of integrity. The Manleys, them die poor because them wasn't in it to win nothing. Like a sweepstake. Like what we say Andrew create. Andrew create a sweepstake environment for him and him cabinet members them, because the whole of them are robbers. You understand? The People's National Party is a serving party. Yeah, when you enter into politics, you enter into politics to serve. The Jamaica Labour Party have today enter into politics to rob and create organizations such as gang. Yeah, and all those type of events. It's the only party where we know participate in cocaine and a massive scale. You understand? And it cannot be disputed. Yeah? When me I say cannot be disputed. You understand? It's the only party where its members, when you look on them come in poor like some mangy dog. And now them fluffy and shiny with wealth. Yeah? But the job description where them have can't give them the wealth where you see them amass. The whole of them are criminal. So we have to highlight the platform where we represent as platform that will bring change and transformation to Jamaica. Yet, not like the rest of them come and just talk for them supper and them pocket money. Because enough of them will come take the platform and that them are doing, you know. Yeah, and one such individual in bad from both sides kind like to get money from all angles. Because them say them a celebrity. Yeah. Them go a people seminar, you know. And I want to highlight themselves as celebrity. When we know so them are nastiness. Them are shit. Yeah. No guy can come look at Marky G and say nothing where we not approve of. And we love it. We are going to beat it. We are going to trash it. And we're going to dispose of it. And I yield back the floor to you, my brother.
So what may I say to the people, I want to read this too. I mean, I got police are phone tonight. But let me tell you something, people. Andrew Holness can't treat nobody. Andrew Holness came out. And when him now opposition, you know, but watch him, you know. I mean, I do human rights work and I never even rush it. Because him are the opposition are there to hold the government accountable. So you get a country run. So this is about JP and PMP, you know, about we holding a government accountable. Andrew asks us to do these things. So when somebody come at them, unless them big and dunce and stink and fool, yeah, because you go for opposition own the first people, and them give the order, them own the cabinet. That's why your country can't fucking run. Yeah? You now have no time, you know, guys. Remember, you the people, them, you're part of the opposition too, you know. Because you can't make somebody run an administration and do what them like with the taxpayers' money. The opposition have those, you know, go run your taxpayers' money and do what they want, do all kind of things. So it's managed by the government. The whole government accountable. Don't lose focus. Yeah? Uncle Dons, they come and tell us about whole opposition. Opposition about what? My brother talk to me from England and they might say market G. I mean I say market G. What you say, brother? What you say that make no sense? When that said to me, and listen to me. Big up yourself lecture because you know you're my brother. See? Bad DJ, my DJ. See? But you know, him say something about the IC, answer quote. And I said to you, to the lecturer, I know so we keep it real. But tell him, say, listen, me, come here, Prince the Grand, you want to say no? Yeah. Market G can't do nothing about that. That's why we have so much bad because so much of them are all criminal. That's why we have so much checks and balances. We have the Auditor General, we have the IC, we have this, because so much of them are pata cats. That is not our market G talk. Couldn't know so the media houses buy out by Andrew Holness. Buy out by the so when we are talking, so we are talking about opposition and government. We not there, then you could have turned your back and you want your road to fix and you rush your opposition. Let me ask you something. You want your hospital to fix away, though. Rush the opposition. I'm at the finance ministry. And them run the money. It'll be a goddamn asset. Anybody come up with that shit. This has nothing to do with the party, you know. It has to do with government and opposition. Let me talk sense in our people head. My brothers. Are we the Titans? Yeah? Are we go school and we take in the lesson? See? No matter what you're ragamuffin. But that's the truth. You want government accountable in every democratic country. You want government accountable. You know, go out for opposition. Who the opposition? Unless them sit down and you say opposition attack them. But you can talk out too. And you reach out to a member of parliament and say, me see this and that and make them go represent you. But remember, them do not have the purse. And them are going to fix the road. And them are going to fix this and this and this. And listen. What we say, Andrew, you know, because him thief the election. So you know them are the government. So we just call them out one, but the government, we are all accountable here, people. If you don't want the government accountable, on the suffer, don't make them trick, you know. So it's about the government and the opposition. Election done. So who could have out of their mind and tell you, figure, make we attack the opposite, that will be counterproductive. It don't make no sense. None whatsoever. Unless you don't go to school, you can't read all right. Unless you're dumb, we are going to hold the government accountable. And anybody say otherwise, that means you know what they want to do? Our politics, them are playing now. We don't play politics. So I hold the government accountable. Same like I said the police force. Now I put up this for one of my brother read it. Remember on the police, you know, but when they get in trouble, yeah, I'm going to show look out. Remember when you got trained for 6 months. And the phone on no law is a basic thing enough people know. We know more law more than enough found over there. You have a couple of them turn lawyer and thing in the police force. But we know law because we study a lot of things more than we know. Let me show you something over art. I'm a melting pot Byron. I make you read this because more of them understand. Make you read one already.
Okay. All right. Yes, virtually all police officers, regardless of rank, including constables, inspectors, and commissioner or chief, hold the exact same foundational arrest powers, which is true. In Canada, this authority is granted under the Criminal Code of Canada to anyone designated as a peace officer. Key legal distinctions: authority by designation. Authority isn't derived from a specific rank. It comes from being sworn as a peace officer. A commissioner has the same legal power to arrest an individual committing a crime as a rookie constable. That is true. Section 495 powers. According to Section 495 of the Criminal Code, peace officers can arrest without a warrant anyone they find committing a criminal offense or anyone they have reasonable grounds to believe has committed or is about to commit an indictable offense. In practice,
stop it. Let me stop it. So this is what I tell the police them long time. So if you drop them thing and I show them, me tell you already, no prime minister, no security minister, nobody from government cannot give you a directive. If you commit a crime and you have to make a report, same like me and same like Baron and Melting Pot. When they tell people about go kill and go make you make it, that alone is kick out office for that, you know. That impeachable and all charge, you know.
Definitely. Definitely.
You understand? Dr. Club can't tell nobody the camera and rush human rights, you know. That is criminality again. And every police have the same almighty power. If you understand this, the same arresting powers. You know what's the wrong? You can arrest him if he break the law. Me at Gugu can get arrested. Him can get arrested too. But you know, them are deal with some for them thing, but them deal with them brothers. For them thing is like, you know, it's a gang them around. So when you say I seen a man, him say go kill. That's illegal directive, you know. You can charge him for that. I tell you as a police officer, you know. But you father go kill. You know what is when you go kill? And anybody if you get locked up and him get locked up at Uno. And the first prison like Chucky Brown for the same thing. Well, if you know this, none of them have no more power than Uno.
And Wayne, hold on. Wayne, hold on. Let me reinforce something.
Yes.
If an ordinary constable,
yes,
providing, I want people to listen, providing that an ordinary constable make what we call a legal arrest, right? Which is justified.
Yes.
The commissioner of police can't tell him, say, release him.
No.
Can't.
Him get in a trouble feet, man. He get kicked out.
People must understand.
Yes.
You understand the law. So then, if the ordinary constable make a legal arrest, we are not talking about wrongful arresting. Listen to me keenly.
Yes.
Legal and rightful arrest, because that person who the police arrested, right, found guilty of an offense with a misdemeanor or felony. And the police make that apprehension and have that person arrested and charged. The commissioner of police cannot say to him, release him. Can't.
For example, remember
people need to understand.
And for example, remember the thing with Darrell Vaz and when the police fast, him a rank, and Darrell Vaz run to that to show he said one of them always some people them corrupted. Him charge the guy there, Llewellyn charge the guy from Tankwell Byron.
Yes.
Big Nell. And you know what Darrell Vaz do? Him call Darrell Vaz. And Darrell Vaz call him and look, you summon me. You can't summon me. The one we have the same powers. And you give me that, we swear in. The same arresting powers. And none of them know them things, you know, Byron.
That's true. A lot of people don't really know.
In directive, I want to put themselves in a trouble. No, me tell you, was a police when you read up these things. Not even the commissioner. He work on a thing like now, you know. Because no one want him job.
All right.
So, you know, when him slip up,
Wait.
they arrest him. Yes,
Let me make another thing clear. Let me make another thing clear. When a police manage to catch someone with a firearm, that doesn't give the police no legal right to take his life.
True.
None. No one can. Look, I particularly gone through the training.
True.
Right? And in the entire person, nowhere there. And this is why the use of force theory is important. that lethal force, right, is the last and the use of force theory to apply. Is when all other means are exerted. So what we have seen, and we are asking the commissioner, that is one of the reasons why the commissioner of police deflecting. Because what the commissioner of police want to deflect to the fact that he's disingenuous and he's a political operative. That means if it goes into the international media space, the international media space is hearing him talking about people who want to challenge the police, and the police, right, is a more superior force.
Foolishness.
Now, let me show you. But hold on. There's a method to his madness, you know. Wait. There's a method to his madness. You have to understand the corruption, you know, and the sort of deflection that the commissioner of police, right, is using. Because when it goes out of Jamaica and get into the international media space, the international media space hearing this commissioner of police saying that, okay, all right, we are not going to tolerate persons who are shooting at the police, and you understand the police is a superior force than them, and if they don't surrender this and that. No. So the deflection that he put out there into the international space, right? But we are telling the international space that we never speak on any video as it relates to where people are shooting at the police. No. That is not what the commissioner of police must speak on. The commissioner of police must speak on the videos that we are showing on social media.
Yes.
The videos that we are showing on social media. And let me say something now. Hold on. Jamaica for Justice. Let me address them with you. Jamaica for Justice. You don't see the video that we are showing on social media? Why Jamaica for Justice don't challenge the commissioner of police narrative in saying they are not speaking, but they want to call them, well, I am not a vlogger. I'm a certified investigator. So watch this. So what we are speaking on, listen what we are speaking on. And we want Jamaica for Justice, get this. We want mainstream media, get this. So the next time when the commissioner of police run out and I try deflection, and I deflect, the mainstream media, journalists, must directly say to the commissioner of police, no respect, no, not disrespecting commissioner, but your line of argument is totally contrary to what the people are saying on social media. They are not speaking about gunmen shooting at police and where you try to justify that. That is not what they are speaking on. They are speaking on what appears to be judicial killing, extrajudicial killing. And why we are saying that these appears to be extrajudicial killing, because all of these people who have been killed had surrendered to the police. And this is why cameras are important. Cameras are important to say that, look, these men surrendered to the police. They surrender to the police. So the police cannot be judge, jury, and executioner. Cannot be. Nowhere in the law that tell any constable, nowhere in the Constitution, nowhere in any law or any police manual, nowhere Even when you catch someone with a gun, providing that your life is not threatened, he's not pointing it at you or he's not shooting at you. If you search someone's vehicle and you found them with illegal possession of firearm, whether 2 or 3 youth, and you found them with AK-47, you found them with M16, you found them with whatever you want to find them with, nowhere in the law say that you are to kill them. You are to be judge, jury, and executioner. This is the reason why we have a criminal justice system that carry 3 branches. 3 branches. There are reasons as to why the criminal justice carry 3 branches. 1, investigation. 2, the prosecution. 3, the judiciary. Simple means that the police need to investigate, collect the evidence, the proper chain of evidence, storage of evidence, work with the prosecutor to put the case in the judiciary so that the judge can make a determination on the case. So then, how we have our Jamaican brothers and sisters being killed when they are surrendered? And how we have the commissioner in action in speaking and address that particular matter as it relates to extrajudicial killings? While we have Dr. Crab speaking on something else about gunmen shooting at police. Dr. Crab, we do have no such clip on social media showing gunmen shooting at police. We have clips on social media showing
Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom,
and have them killed.
Byron, I'm back you up with one now because you know.
All right, thank you.
Wanna look at 23, you know, 23 against 1. And this shoot, them say shoot gonna for them, you know. See that, look here. Play it, Byron.
the Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, says none of the 23 officers on a Clarendon raid in which 22-year-old Jamar Farquharson was killed wore body cameras. It also revealed that Farquharson was not named on the search warrant.
Oh, God.
Deputy Commissioner Hamish Campbell yesterday, in an update on the September 15 operation at a house on Cherry Tree Lane in Four Paths, said not once this year has anybody worn a body camera during a planned police operation. We do keep repeating the same message because here is perhaps an example where CCTV evidence exists, but body-worn cameras would have supported the police and reinforced what they report to us. Campbell revealed that his team has secured the original closed-circuit television footage from the incident and is conducting an analysis. A video circulating online shows Farquharson opening a door and then putting his hands above his head as police officers entered the house. According to Campbell, the police account is that Farquharson answered the door, allowed officers inside, and was escorted back to his bedroom after the house was cleared. There, they alleged he reached for a firearm hidden among clothing.
Jeez.
2 officers reportedly fired 2 rounds each, fatally wounding him. He said a .38 revolver was said to have been recovered at the scene. But Campbell also disclosed that the search warrant used by police did not bear Farquharson's name. Instead, it listed another person and gave only Cherry Tree Lane as the address. It's definitely a different name. It's not Jamar Farquharson on the warrant, he said, noting that investigators are probing whether the person named is connected to the premises. The absence of body-worn cameras has long been a sticking point between Indicom and the JCF. Campbell stressed that their consistent use would protect both citizens and officers, especially in controversial cases. He said body-worn cameras would support the police and reinforce what they report to us and state what happened. Indicom is preparing a formal report on the matter by the end of September. The police force, however, has repeatedly rejected suggestions that it is resisting the widespread deployment of body-worn cameras, pointing instead to the gradual build-out of infrastructure and training. The police force has not publicly commented on the incident, which has drawn public outrage. However, rights group and Indicom have raised concerns about an increase in fatal shootings by the security forces. Indicom is reporting 225 fatal shootings since January 1st, a 73% increase over the similar period last year. Meanwhile, for Farquharson's mother,
I don't want this pattern, you know. The one that come here have all in name, the plain shirt. So you continue, Byron. This is what we are talking about.
Yes.
Him name can blame no. Big belly took that one.
But you know, when I look at this, Wayne, right, as it relates to how that guy lost his life, do you realize, Wayne, that in the video, right, you have a couple of them arms with handcuffs on them? So when the guy came out with the arm with his hand and they have him in custody, why they did not handcuff him?
Good question. Kevin, I go for your man, I know him. Do you handcuff him until they find out how?
Yeah, why they didn't handcuff him?
And carry him. So I'm going to back up upstairs.
That's why I'm asking the question.
Do you have your 38 when nobody now shipping 38?
They have handcuff on them. Why didn't they handcuff him?
Yeah?
He surrendered to them. Why didn't they handcuff him? But they came up with their strategies of lies.
Them apologize
into the room.
Byron.
Yes.
I remember him draw a gun. Oh, let me ask you something, Byron. Melting pot, me ask you. Byron, let me ask you this. So, you say him upstairs and him draw a gun out at 38 and pan you. You know, at 23, I want to come soon, you know.
23.
He might go dead. That's suicide, he might come in. I come from work. He come in. And him draw and you shoot him. We say them assassinate him. But you still, God, them, me don't know. You 23 man in the people. 23 man, them might draw 30. How much in 38, brother? How much in a little 38?
Can get between from 5 up to 8.
Yeah, all right. So look at 38. You have a 6 round in there. And they have 23 man there, you know, with rifle, you know, and they have extra clip. And they have draw a gun up this upon them. Yeah? Them never know so the camera in there, no, Byron.
No, they didn't.
Them have a gun.
They didn't.
If him have a gun, Byron, and my gunman, no, you say you only sorry a mistake and the wrong yard. So the gun drop. So I'm to the gun about the place him on the evil brother. So I'm about the gun now when draw. The commission them come out come say sorry in the Byron. So him did have a gun.
Sorry, can't bring back him live.
Eh?
Sorry, cannot bring back him live.
No,
Why they didn't handcuff him? Why they didn't handcuff him? These are questions that are going to reach them in the court.
Yes.
Because they armed with handcuff.
Yes.
And he came out with his hands up. There he is in your custody. Why didn't you handcuff him? Talk to us. Why didn't you handcuff him?
Can you want to kill him? Anybody going away, you kill them. And then we are talking about Byron. So when you're right, Byron, when they talk about shoot out the guy Gugu to him, you go to prison to, you know. Yeah. And our men and superior your backside. Stop it, man.
Exactly.
Brother, as long as you have a gun in your hand, it don't need and it's a fire. It don't need about no superior and you can't see target. You will shoot target. You can take some practice, you will shoot target. The biggest set of sniper dead in a war.
Yes.
You understand? But superior. That is bullshit. Bullshit.
The police cannot do no handcuffing, you know, because remember them not doing arresting. So them handcuff becomes non-existent. Them do remember so them have it. I shoot them and them guy road to shoot people.
Well, guess what?
This is what I say Google too. No have no standing for attack. I'm no commissioner, you know. Remember say him not even be a police, you know. Him a piece of shit. Him is a drunkard from day one. Yeah. You understand? I'm a masquerade as a commissioner. Yeah? And we are waste too much money up here that they have it there. Hey, some serious thing I read Jamaican taxpayers, you know. Google to a criminal, you know. coming from the vine of another criminal. Yeah. A whole heap of thing them people that carry out in Jamaica, man. Look at how in Ellington where I use the state resource for run him and him wife guard firm. Where them gain millions. Yeah. And nothing no go in regards to the law take its course upon him. I'm sure know them ear footage, you know. I know about that, you know. Carl Homebroom did involve in it, you know, Rockcliffe Lewis, you know. So it just shows the whole network of them are criminal. I remember Owen Ellington, a former commissioner, you know, but him rich. Me know him from him a take bus, I got work. But him rich now, him super rich. Since the Jamaica Labour Administration come into play, Ellington get super rich. You understand how much houses now and business and involving all ganja export and all them things there. So the whole demographic, yeah, how we are play out in front of it. It's just corruption. A corruption them a show it every day, you know. Because you want now, the guy Holness feel mighty, you know. And the mighty when have him feel privileged to call himself a dictator. And that him a do it on a day-to-day basis. So him a run the place under military style. Yeah, when him go down to Israel and brought back to Jamaica. That's why the police uniform look like army fatigue, army outfit, you know. Because then him without any stripe. Yeah, that need to change. And the weaponization of the police force need to scale down. Yeah, because when I do him, I empower them with 3 guns. And them feel emboldened to carry out what you see them a carry out. Just look how the shooter shoot the woman, no man. As the wheel move him fire. It's like him there range. Yeah. It's like him in a shooting competition. The fastest draw. So when we are looking in front of it begs us to believe what type of society this government is embarking upon. Or it look like him a commit a genocide to get rid of the society. Because it cannot be, and I have said it already, that there's so much mixed society in a Jamaica. Yeah, we have about 4 or 5. Yeah, not less than 4. Yeah, but it's only one section of the society I be the brunt of the state as it relates to where them are undergo on a day-to-day basis. If them go in the street, we sell them, beat them and take away the goods. Me see it play out in front of my eye. A man buy a vehicle and him a hustle, him have him red plate and him have everything but him get suppression out the same way. Yeah, because enough to make no money. You understand? Take away your vehicle, you pay over back what you make. A Robin Hood a go on in the country. But have a different trajectory. Because the real Robin Hood rob from the rich and give to the poor. This Robin Hood they are taking from the poor, giving to him himself and him rich friend them. So what we are look on, and we are tell Jamaican people a melting pot are telling you over and over, but me still not stop telling you. Till we achieve what we achieve, we need to change the government. Because this government doing partial. Buju is a known GLP activist. Yeah, me see her and Andrew Palm picture. She gone, me not hear Andrew come out and say nothing. Andrew lip seal. Crab we represent down there, you know, hear him say nothing. For him lip seal. Nasty looking all droopy, all donkey face, Gugu too. Him not say a word and I feel him man in command, you know. Feel man when give him command, you know. And them go take out the people. Where we say I drop like fly round Jamaica. Feed them man, feel man, them a go around the place and shoot the people them. We're looking at Craig Town. A woman come give a statement about a youth. Then alright. if you come in at the community, yeah, to arrest the youth, yeah, or for, well, me don't know what I do. Me don't know if me use the term apprehend or arrest. Because me no sooner relate to myself in that regard. But more I just think to myself when I come in at the place to shoot the youth, because that me sooner do. And regardless of the family member them, yeah, when them realize how them have to protect them loved one if them not dead. By swarming over the body like ants. Just to offer some level of protection. Risking them life in the process because no trigger happy. So this is where the society gone to right and now it's flat. Because there is no law and order. Andrew Holness don't like the black Jamaican them because them don't vote for him the last time. They make him have to thief the election. Him a carry out a personal vendetta. Him create a Andrew force. You see him all bout with police. You see police a salute him and say yes sir and all type of nasty old garbage conversation them having. Because him not supposed to out there talk to no police, you know. But we see him all over the place with police. The guy had throw too much weight round in our society. It need to be reining. Him don't have them powers there.
No.
So we are set to the piece of shit house. We call himself Prime Minister, but melting pot enough people know him a crime minister. You need to get a hold of yourself. You're too enough in our society. Yeah, and you don't offer nothing of consequence to the people. The common people are not benefiting from you being a leader. Them have to bury them family member every week. Right across Jamaica. We don't have a break in this thing, you know. From him kick it off last year and say them achieve 311 fatality, which we know are more. Them continue the same garbage way of life in Jamaica where citizens wake up and know if them are going to see sunset. Them rise with the sun, you know. And enough of them not live out to see sunset. I yield back the floor.
Yes, Byron.
Yes. You know, when we look at these things, right, because I'm a few minutes loan some members I have to go run.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So let me just finish this and then we have to just run. It is important, right, as it relates to we look and see the inaction of the Minister of National Security, the Prime Minister, and the Commissioner of Police, right? We have seen the lady who had gotten, right, number 3. And I mean, as we speak, nothing win, nothing melting pot coming from any of them. It's a shame. And what the silence mean, right? If you are to process the silence way, simply means they are endorsing it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that way?
Of course.
So then, it can't be like this. It can't be like this that extrajudicial killing becomes normalized. Corruption becomes normalized. For example, the Prime Minister's statutory declaration cannot be certified. Sure, I know nothing. Him still can go on the ballot. That becomes normalized. Well, that could not happen in the United States.
Neither Canada. Neither UK.
It could not happen in Canada.
No Europe.
It could not happen in the UK.
No Barbados neither.
It couldn't, but it couldn't happen other parts of the Caribbean as well.
No,
So I am saying, Jamaica, why is it that we are accepting it? Is it that the society at large becomes normalized to criminality and normalized to alternate reality? Simply means the things that are true right, being worked as a lie, and the things that are lie work as truth. So we are living in the space of alternate reality. So the Prime Minister feels that it is comfortable to come out, right, and lie. Propaganda is about FinSac. Propaganda is all about everything that he can shape. You know, the PIOJ also join in the corruption, telling lie about the performance of the economy, that poverty reduced from 18%, right, to 8%, and we're starting now coming out with lies that unemployment rate is 3.7%, even though we have Melissa that destroy over 40% of our GDP. Make it make sense. Where we have all of the Hyatt Hotel, right, not opening until November the 6th, where we have 3 of the Sanders hotels out of commission and not opening until about November the 6th or October the 6th down there. But yet, we have a 3.7 unemployment. What can go so?
And people also not build back yet.
Eh?
And people also not build back yet.
And when you look, right, as it relates to the main impact of the hurricane, which is Westmoreland, so many people, right, damaged, so many small businesses damaged. People are out of employment. But you have the statin coming out. Hey, no, Jamaica. No, this not normal.
Baron.
This not normal.
Statin come out today again, you know, Baron.
Eh?
It can frighten you when you sit. So when you don't sell the quiet, I can play it to people. When Baron talk, I like match what I say, you know. So statin come out now. And when I cry, Jamaica stay. But yes, still them say we're in a recession. Make a give statin, brother. Because them have to run out now. And I say what we are saying. But yes, still we're in a recession. But I just statin. I'm going to show you PIOJ run out. PIOJ run out today. Make I show you what them say, brother. You know watch this, Byron? PIOJ. Because we are going to the economy now. PIOJ, we want to know. Jamaica economy. See, Byron, this is a shock you. And more you listen good, but them say we're not in a recession too, you know, brother.
Crazy.
Yes, them say we're not in a recession, but more you listen this, I'm going to find them fast, yeah. Yeah, right. What hear this now? Negative. No, I want that first.
That's
Listen.
why I don't want some. And like we said, I don't listen to a statin, you know. I listen to a lot.
Welcome to the Business Day. I'm Kalisha Williams. Jamaica's economy contracted by 5.9% for the first quarter.
People, and the first quarter is 6%.
6% you contracted. Look at that.
Listen good. Yeah, listen here. Listen.
This year. The growth was stifled by Hurricane Melissa. As we hear in this report, the Planning Institute of Jamaica predicts that the ongoing fuel crisis could be just as catastrophic if the geopolitical tensions are not
fuel prices now. So we get fuel
solved.
The Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, says the country's growth continues to be hampered by Hurricane Melissa.
The performance for the review quarter largely reflected the lingering impact of Hurricane Melissa on productive activities.
During a quarterly press briefing on Wednesday, Director General of the PIOJ, Dr. Wayne Henry, says the goods producing industry recorded a negative growth of 11.2%.
People, when you put the goods produced and then the manufacturer PSO, they're 11.8% down, you know. Down, you know. Remember, them importing and sell it in a car, them not do nothing.
Worse than the 9.3% recorded for the previous quarter immediately after the hurricane. The services industry also contracted.
Worse than the 9.3%. So them have 9 pint and now them have 11 pint. That's what you hear them about, so you know.
By 4.1% in comparison to the corresponding period last year, but better than the previous quarter when the hurricane just passed.
Finance and insurance, as well as public administration and defense, were the only 2 sectors in the services industry that recorded any positive growth for the period. Now, according to Director General of PIOJ, that was because of the large volume of transactions, because of demand for cash following Hurricane Melissa. So too was demand for government services.
Dr. Henry says as the geopolitical tensions in the Middle East continue, Jamaica is extremely vulnerable. The tourism industry is among those to be negatively affected.
Heightened energy costs will spur inflation, widen Jamaica's trade deficit, slow real GDP growth, and place a strain on fiscal performance. The tourism sector, a major source of foreign exchange earnings for Jamaica, will likely be among the hardest hit. Higher airfares, cruise costs, and local operating expenses are projected to negatively impact visitor arrivals.
The PIOJ says government needs to be proactive in its policy measures.
Need to be proactive in a policy measure.
Key among them is the reopening of the Gisco Alpart plant in St. Elizabeth.
No, hear this though. Them for come open Gisco plant, Alpart plant.
Mining Minister Floyd Green announced that a delegation is expected to leave the country for China to meet with the owners, the Chinese government, to come to an agreement about its reopening. When asked whether the PIOJ was a part of the delegation,
so we wouldn't be able to say too much around that. We know it's a significant player in terms of, as we've been reporting, as you've just highlighted.
Why the Planning Institute are be in a delegation and them are the Planning Institute of Jamaica, where them are go there for?
Over the time and the sensitivity to the sector of the operations of that plan.
As it relates to the economy's growth for the fiscal year that ended March 2026,
the economy is now estimated to have contracted by 1.6% for fiscal year 2025-26. This revised projection compares with an initial projection for growth of 1.9%, indicating that the shock of Hurricane Melissa resulted in a loss of 3.5 percentage points in real value-added output.
Jamila Maitland.
Yeah, they don't want to know. You hear these people? Country not good enough. But when them try to put it up, I'm at the same piece of nice list, you know, melting pot. We try to come put you up the thing and then them get flap, you know. Yeah?
Them flap long time, man. The pirate a flap long time, you know. The pirate a flap long time. Remember we rub him out, you know, from him run out, you know.
Meanwhile, the PIOJ says the country is not in a recession.
8.2% we rub him out. Because people are dead hungry.
Okay. Byron, no one hear this and make a speech on it too, you know. Yeah, but so hear this time, remember 2 consecutive decline hour. Yeah.
Session. The statement comes after Jamaica recorded 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. The first being the negative 7.5% recorded for the period October to December 2025, which was after Hurricane Melissa, and now the negative 5.9% recorded for the period ending March 2026. But according to Senior Director of Economic Planning, Research and Policy Logistics at the PIOJ, James Stewart, the projections are negative. The economy is showing signs.
Some point at negative 7 point and then negative 6, and you say 2 consecutive. And you tell us a recession.
Of recovery.
We are thinking that there is no possibility of a recession. Statin will publish the deseasonalized quarter-on-quarter performance in their report. But we are suspecting that as the conditions of Melissa, the negative conditions from Melissa eases each successive quarter, there will be a growth relative to the preceding quarter. So you wouldn't find 2 consecutive quarters of decline during the quarter-on-quarter comparison.
To gas prices now, all categories of fuel will be increased effective tomorrow. Each litre of 87 gasoline and 90 gasoline will be increased by $4.50. Automotive diesel and ultra-low sulfur diesel will also be increased by $4.50. Kerosene will see its price go up by $4.50. The cost of propane will see $3.06 being added to its price, while butane will go up by $2. Each petrol station will make these adjustments to their price.
Yes, Byron. So, and then this are the same way then with this. Yes, brother.
Well, all right, yeah. Let me just say this and run out. Because, well, guess what? At the end of the day, we don't want to listen to people like these. Who we listen to? We listen to a Ralston man.
Yes.
You understand? We talk about the professional technician as it relates to one of the best, right, in the Caribbean, right? What we are getting from them, obviously garbage. We are definitely, right, I will say, in a recession, right?
Yes.
As plain and simple as that, right? Now, but what I want to talk before I leave, just imagine the impact of Hurricane Melissa and the damage that it had done to the GDP in terms of 40% of the GDP wipe out. Now, let us back up, people. If we put that in comparison to $3 trillion under Andrew Holness administration, cannot be accounted for. Now, Melissa create a less impact on the economy, right? As it relates to, we are talking about, total loss in terms of, even the opportunity in terms of having that physical space to use up that cash flow if it is properly accounted for, if one understands what I'm saying. Because one will say that, okay, Mystic Sensation, right? Do you have the evidence as it relates to these monies, you understand, being missing? And that is the situation where we have as it relates to over $3 trillion going $4 trillion unaccounted for. We know that, you understand, it gone through as it relates to nepotism and colonialism, skullduggery. The money converted from the real project to their pockets. And that is how most of the money wasted. Rural read. We know so that money, as it relates to the Ministry of Education, gone. It's in them pocket. Right? Cornwall Regional Hospital. Billions of dollars spent. Cannot be accounted for. Gone. Over $800 billion cannot be accounted for. Gone. So that culminates with Melissa impact. But you know what they want to do now? Shoot everything in a Melissa and clear Andrew. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We are saying that the over $3 trillion unaccounted for is equally devastating and even more devastating than Melissa. Equally and even more devastating than Melissa and Andrew Holness administration doing that. So now you have Melissa. Don't hide your corruption, you understand, under the cloth of Melissa. We are not stupid. We are going to hold you accountable, right? Your administration have over $3 trillion unaccounted for. So don't try to hide yourself, you understand, as a result of Melissa impact and try to bury your criminality under Melissa impact. No, it's not going to work. $3 trillion was unaccounted for before Melissa. And we are holding your fire to the feet. We are holding your feet to the fire. So you are not going to escape using Melissa. You're not going to escape. You understand? Over $3 trillion was unaccounted for before Melissa. And my people, you know it got melting pot. Me will flow to you now because I have to go run. You hear?
Yes, so, my brother. Guidance.
Blessings. We in, out. All right, my brother. Blessings, my brother. All right.
And let me just expand on where my brother just has said. Yeah. And I'm right. Yeah. When you have an administration with $3 trillion going on to $4 trillion unaccounted, stolen, missing. Yeah. Because them can't get an account for it, you know. And when you look on the extent of when the damage of Melissa, but Melissa damage at something in the region of 3 trillion or 3.1 trillion. Yeah, in Jamaican dollars. But the government not create more damage than Melissa because more money missing, you know, under the Holness administration, you know. Yeah, because remember them create one tunnel, you know, where money are slide through, you know, Cornwall Beryllium Hospital, you know. That lasts the duration from the guy coming out politics till now, and it still not deliver. And we are talking about him in third term, you know. Yeah, I remember, you know, we have other sector, other agency where them deprive, yeah, of its functional ability. Because what them do, they make sure no so they mutilate the agency. So it disabled now, it can't function. Education, one such agency. Yeah, that's why you have Royal Reid. He might protect him, you know. Because if Royal Reid go down, Royal Reid, I go talk with Andrew do. That is why Andrew protect Royal Reid using the corrupt justice system. Yeah. And there lies Jamaica problem. Because when the man them do the things, you know, there must be consequential, you know, measures that them have to face up to. Which would be the justice system. But we don't have any justice system. What we have is a system designed to corrupt the system, including the justice system. This is why the judge them now been highly paid. Highly paid. So that them can protect all the skullduggery where the Holness administration carry out, such as the 3.3 trillion going on to 4 trillion now, we're mixing. Yeah. Plus as to protect them from entering into prison. When you look and see, from the time we hear about the illicit 10, not more can happen to them, you know. We are hear about that before them even stole the election, September the 3rd gone. Yeah. And now is a new parliamentary term. Yeah. And such the like. And then people are still perform as if everything is normal. We can't get no conviction rate because the justice system corrupt, but yet still taxpayers are paying them millions of dollars. Taxpayers are fork out to pay them. But where conviction rate is concerned in Jamaica, non-existent. So we are asked the question again, when will all these type of, you know, nonsensical approach to governance change in Jamaica? Because the government will not have no sense operate like this, you know. At some stage of the game, the pressure with the Holness administration apply in a Jamaica, it going burst the pipe. It going cause a euphoria within the society. Cause too much pressure upon the pipe. It simply mean Holness, you have to realize you have do too much corruption. Yeah. The corruption where you do now, it can damage everything. This is why the country couldn't struggle its way through any adversity, you know. You see them come out and tell us a 5.9% decline in growth. And, you know, the criminal, the pirate guy, Wayne Henry, come out now. After I endorsed the guy, you know, just recently, you know, with fictitious figure, you know, I tell you how the country are the good. Him come out now. Yeah. I try. For what? Him I try to repair the damage. That him I try to do. But there will be no damage control for the damage we him do. Because a liar will always lie. So we know from a long time, so the country, yeah, was in recession all along. When your economy can't grow by 1%, not even 1%, then how you feel, you know, claim say you're not in a recession. Jamaica barely out of recession under this guy administration. But in a more time, it's into recession. The only time Jamaica grow is under the People's National Party. Remember, Siaga couldn't grow it. Siaga got a red carpet economy, you know, and trash that, you know. Trash it. I remember him governed from 83 to 89 for the moon. Unopposed, but him trash the economy. Bruce get it, Bruce trash it. Bruce trash it to the extent where even who him borrow from, him not talk to them. Wreck the economy. Who have to come fix it back? Portia Simpson, you know, under the People's National Party administration. And she give back Holness a red carpet economy. Yeah.
Leader used his tour to launch an assault on the government.
Like fiscal discipline and all these things. Yeah, because she couldn't give him an economy without him have rules and regulation apply, you know. Because remember, say Holness a criminal, you know. Yeah. So Christine Lagarde did have to come and rubber stamp the whole procedure and, you know, highlight it to the extent and make sure no said stay upon that course, that trajectory course there. Yeah? I saw Jamaica breed again. And when the criminal come do, destroy the economy where Portia Simpson start to grow by 2%, you know. Unbelievable to the world, you know. No, this guy can't grow the economy by 1%. Him come with 5 and 4, it fail. Can't be a mafia. Him did have in a 5 and 4. So 5 and 4 did have to fail, you know. Because remember, Holness has not accomplished anything more than one police station, my Jamaican people. It's the Olympic way. I mean, I'm constituency for 27 years and them cannot accomplish not more than one police station. The road them run down. The people them house them run down, run I'm constituency. Yeah. People dead from left, right, and center. You understand? Not knowing I'm constituency, you know. But him super rich. And him come in poor. Yeah. But him constituency decline. Decline. Because when bring it under the umbrella of handout. Yeah. So if you are going to live in a community, but you cannot improve your community after your own initiative, you have to wait till the garbage, the crime minister come and go and hand out. Don't necessarily have to change this landscape of labor right. We don't have to change it, you know. I know who did better off under Portia Simpson administration. Because food is up on the table and you could have pay bills. Yeah. You could pay on the bills. You could send on the children to school on a regular basis. You could have buy toothpaste. You could buy a loaf of bread. Ground provision was more accessible. Yeah. Now you don't have none. So the whole demographic of what this guy create around the Jamaican people is one of poverty, not prosperity, as we say. 2016. I mean 2015 coming up to 2016. There is no prosperity. Prosperity was a donkey and it dead when the woman. And there's lies within all the prosperity we Andrew promised Jamaican people. Where are the two big power company where my bring come? Where them there? Who look can't sleep with door and windows open? I want to not tell me, you know. I want to know when last bus a kill people comparing to how much gunshot are going at people. Me count all 13 going at an individual. 13 unsound man. Unsound-minded individual get 13 gunshot. But remember, Holness did tell you know. So gun did go kill you more than all bus kill you under the PMP administration. Now the role reverse. You can't, hear nothing from him, you know. This is how we know the guy lie and evil and vicious. Yeah. Because there is no way you could advocate such, a theme on your campaign trail. Yeah. That you're easier to get gunshot in a Jamaica than being hit by a bus. When Mama P was in charge. Yeah. But you know, I said not now in regard to the amount of gunshot we are kill the people. Yeah, you're not saying nothing. This guy contrived, to defraud the country with several members from him cabinet. Like a vase, we're gone with 1.4 billion for school bus. School bus, people. We are talking about at the time when the guy draw down the money, Jamaica had no money, Jamaica did not have no money of such to even enter into the process of a school bus system. There were more pressing need within the economy. There were more social service that need to be rolled out. So when you hear them take the 1.4 billion and talk about school bus thing, they were telling the wrong reason why them talk about school bus thing. Them know the bus was for free. The money was to run the election, not to buy any bus. And not them get the 60-yard bus when bringing come. Them not get them the push, them get them the free. Yeah? This is why you see them do all type of rigmarole with the school bus system. Yeah? And rob the money. And when we use that, and put in front of we and we look on it as when we are talking about patriotic Jamaican, it shows you say the government is just a criminal government. When you can doctor documents surrounding purchasing of people, and you tell lie throughout all the documents them, you're blatant robber, No, we can't even see the rest of us them come. Yeah, even the numbers coming like the same thing with Agintai do with the car for the police them. And the same thing Vaz do, with the bus them, Because I'm watch how Agintai thing play out, It play out under a 9-day wonder. And it just die. A 9-day wonder. And Agintai remain comfortably in a position. But him cannot tell taxpayers what happened to the 35 more police car. What happened to the bushing money. So we look for an administration where worse than Gilbert and Melissa put together. Worse than Gilbert and Melissa combined together. And I joke my Jamaican people. It may sound funny, but that's true. Because the magnitude and the scale of the corruption, and the everlasting, constant day-to-day corruption. Melissa Gilbert come and gone long time and the place would store back to normality. And the whole in this administration, there is no normality. We're talking about a constant pressure sending up into the pipe. And anytime it busts, remember no a judgment down at Jamaica, and it's about to burst. Because the common people can't take no more right. And the view and the mood within the society, no more race of people now dead in Jamaica, but black people. Something is fundamentally wrong. It cannot be that the native of the island is now being seen to be the animal of the country, replaced by other people who are living fabulous. Jamaica is paradise to the Chinese, the Indian, and the Israeli. Because nothing happened to them, you know. And them have beautiful weather, tropical weather with cool Caribbean breeze. I lick them. And nothing happened to them. Yeah, them have them own everything. So you talk about we have a China in a Jamaica. We have a Indian. We have a India in a Jamaica. And we have a little settlement of Israeli, a part of Israel in a Jamaica. Yeah, but them people are comfortable. But the true born native have problem to even breathe the very fresh air we blow on the island. It cannot be. Something is wrong, Jamaican. And we are said to the diaspora, you know, we have some significant role we can play to bring changes. Because we know certain things to go on within this year, 2026. But we can start a more, you know, creative way of getting changes too. Yeah? Because we can make sure no money now going to the country. So the suffering Jamaicans have less to spend with the PSOJ. Now them are going to know directly say whatever undergo in terms of for them business are suffer because of the leadership of the country. Them are going to move him, you know. Because let me tell you this. Andrew shit house to the PSOJ them boss, you know. And them are Andrew boss, the PSOJ people them. Yeah? Let me tell you now. Them can't move him in the twinkle of an eye. Because when him become disruptive to them production line, them are going to move him. Them not going to keep him. So you know, long man of the wilderness are telling us if a boy cut them big boy product there. Turn on and learn to make fashion. It not take more than 3 weeks, you know, to tackle them, you know. 3 weeks, what a low consumer purchase. PSOJ, them move the piece of shit. And then we have him where we want him. Because I create genocide in the country secretly. Yeah? And him not care who him kill. Because remember, you know, as we are telling you all along, you know, and your police force, you know, them take cocaine. Them snort it. That is why killing a civilian is nothing to them. Killing a fellow brothers and sisters in the country is nothing to them. Yeah, just look how them kill Ramara Sterling. You see the shooter, you know him high under cocaine. Him charged under the cocaine on that morning. Me not ask you know. Because remember them sell it, you know. Remember the whole of them and your police boy, them reach out a cocaine, you know. Yeah. And I laugh after the real policeman, them, who not participating for them skullduggery activity. Young boy, them rich. Just look on the twin Portmore. Yeah. Look on even Maitland. We murdered Donald Lee Donaldson. You know, see him rich for a young boy. You know, see apartment him living in. You know, see car where I drive. You know, see the lifestyle where I live, him can't entertain a amount of woman. Because I have money like that, the little wages where I get, if him did not live a proper constable life. You think him could have in that the position there live the life him a live? Him wages not getting that. So you have to look at how him a live and compare to the salary, and then you investigate him how you live. So you don't have one that St. Thomas, you know. I be a business him a run, you know. Be a business. You understand? But him a young constable, but him a criminal. That's what I say. So the whole of them benefit because them know the criminal crime minister where we have. Him not do nothing about them. The nasty Chinese descendant crab, we say my minister for national security, my national security minister. Him not do nothing about them, you know, because I'm a criminal. So criminal and criminal, what them do? Them play upon the same play field. And this is why you see the police them in Jamaica get so much leeway and carrying out criminal activity. Just look on the young youth. We got 7 years to murder the man, the businessman, the tire man. Look what death him create already. And him just coming at the force. And you see how him a roll, you see where him adapt. Him a use security as him shield, but him a criminal. So him a criminal in our badge with gun. You understand? Him a criminal with badge and gun. And we ask the question, how do you process a young man when you have to bring him into the police force? When you have send him to a training school at Twickenham Academy? Or you vet him? You dig deep in his background? You check out him family, them if him have gang member. You check out if police or whoever did kill him father. All of them things you have to do, you know. It can't be that you just take up a youth because him are 18, you know, and you say come turn police, you know. There must be a reputable vetting system. Because you have to minimize certain aspect of these young man thought process. You know why I know same father did get gunned down in our street? Because if him come turn police, then it can be one of two things. Either him want to change the landscape and make things better, or him come in to carry out act of revenge. And when anytime you see him kick number 1, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 till you stop him is normal thing to him. Once you see them commit the first, number 3, it becomes normalized. Them no feel no way again for bullet nobody. Crime has already been initiated in that regard by striking one time. This is why I know in the police force, where we know there's competition of who make the most dopey. A garbage system around Jamaica, my people. When you can have policemen comparing notes with each other as to who got the most dopey, what that I tell you to say? You think that can happen in America, Canada, and UK? Where policemen are rack up number? You mad? Him get kicked out of the force and investigated. Because they want to know if him is a serial killer. But young at Jamaica, you're a serial killer, you're done in the force. We have to them things that stop. And only under Holness administration, we see this type of pattern behavior by the constabulary force. That's why we know it's not JCF anymore. It is Andrew Criminal Force. Theme Force. That's why you see them get the distinct directive order to shoot. Don't carry them, come waste no medical supply. Meet your maker. You know, see a gangster run the place, man. This guy I want to supersede Eddie Siago as the one done. But Eddie did have more ambition than Holness, you know. No two ways about it. Because Eddie did make sure no, so he never broadened the network of criminal activity in Jamaica. That's why he call himself one done. But Andrew do, him broaden that. Him broaden it. I mean, I'll tell you how him broaden it and why him broaden it. Him clever, you know. Him make sure him protect himself by ring fencing corrupted element around him who are participating in the corruption. So you know, say, if me and you are thief, you don't really want to talk about me and my thieving activity, Because each of we are protect each other. Even though you are the man who come arrest me, through me law you to be a criminal, you're not gonna arrest me, Because you like when me I make you achieve, me I make you eat a food. And you police them and yam a food. And you make them participate in a illegal road trafficking issuing of ticket. Them come in a parliament, them tell them what to do. Because them want to go eat the food out the road. Yeah? It make them participate in a cocaine trade. It make them participate in a scamming, police to scamming. It make them have them one gang. And him can't dispute that. Yeah? Several policemen were apprehended and when checked out, they were belonging to a gang. 8 of them. 8 of them belongs to one gang. Mighty God. You know that is a plan, mobilization of a gang within the police force. When you can have 8 policemen mobilized together and form in a gang, you know how dangerous that is. You know lethal that is. Anyway, them go and decide to go at them foolishness, them mash up place, man. Them mash up place, man. That's why when you hear them triple and them quadruple and them 5 people dead by one crime scene, a police they do it, Police. It proved in a Linstead where they and it come to a conclusion where them want to blame gang. But citizens say a police come and shoot up the place tonight and kill 5 just after the election. And them are going like that. That was the starting after the election, Remember the election, them say cool it down, hold it down. That's why we know how them boy we are around the country. And them stoke the fire when it come to crime. Just look in an election how the place is calm. Relatively calm to an acceptable state. Just look after election. Which part of them go strike first? Linstead kill 5 and from there so all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. It can't rain back in. From the trigger, because remember Andrew the chame like an old dirty major dog, Couldn't face the massive, And that killing them bring him out, Come out in the dark glasses. With Gugu too and the whole of them around him. Yeah? Kind of shame like an old stinking dead dog for rob the election. Couldn't face the population of the country. When him come out in an extra tinted dark glass. And I ask, what's going on? Like in a year upon the news, 5 people dead. Pose him come propose with Google too and the PR and get back him mojo amongst the people. Yeah, and then when do? More poison, and more poison upon the people. Because the gunshot are the poison, Him they telling us still, but him telling you in a reverse psychology, him telling us the PMP them. But we know what Andrew chat back here. Yeah, we are see the real poison and bullet are poison. Bullet is the poison. My Jamaican people, let me tell you. Yeah, poison kill, bullet kills, and bullet are the poison. We cannot have this guy holding up the office anymore. The longer I'm holding on Jamaica, the deeper Jamaica sink. The criminal need to release him and half of the country. People gonna have to mobilize that. Yeah? Because I wanna feel it, Everything now, the weight is on for the shoulder. Remember when the man them come murder the people, you know, the family member them have to take up the burial, you know. I know the state bury the dead, you know. The state kill the individual and put the family into millions dollars debt immediately. That said family are two dead because the 17-year-old belongs to Buju, the lady in question will get murdered. Our relative. So you know what a family have two dead. You can imagine that. And them been doing it, them going and them kill two brother with you. That family have to find money for bury the two brother, you know. When them life could have been preserved. And you know, really want Jamaican to contribute nothing to building Jamaica evermore. Chinese and Indian and Israeli more use. Jamaica people now have to fight for the country. You can't make a guy come with them big old nasty, big dirty sweet pepper nose. Come trick on you know. And then refuse to even look at you as human being, you know, treat you like animal. Human rights need to see how when the state kill the people, how them angle them. Me hear them broke Buju neck, Buju hand, all type of her body broke up car. The door where them slam broke her neck, me hear. She drop out of the vehicle, broke up again. Them drag her out from the high vehicle down to the asphalt, lift her up, toss her in the metal back of the vehicle, slam the door upon her, mighty God. Human rights people, international body want come see this. Want come, can one little nasty policeman create so much damage? And when get so much force from, so much authority, where him get that from? But at the end of the day, taxpayers are paying the nastiness. But sometimes Jamaican people have to take some jungle justice. Yeah? In them hand. Cause that the boy there, you know, he must live somewhere, you know. He must live somewhere. And he not live too far from where the victim come from here. Cause I know where she live. He know where she live. Cause anything you hear Sheldon tell you about down the south, so it go, you know. They know them one another. So they not come from far. Now me I tell my Jamaican people, you know. Me not know if him would have really even think to come back on that yard. I don't think so. Because him forget jungle justice. Him and him family. When you put on the pressure like that on one and two of them, I bet you them stop them foolish where them are going with. All them women are going want them, you know. But them are get with everything. Them getting away with everything what them do. And them not have no fear factor within what them are do. But the one time you burn down one of them house, you know. You just wait for him till you know him come in and park up, you know. You buckle boom that.
What? We want them deal with real justice though. We don't want knock him like that. We want them really do real justice.
Real justice, Jamaica we and the real justice in them life and the justice, man. No real justice, man. How much of them are murdering you, them with the pan video and them not get that?
Go on, that's why we educate the people them still, you know, because the people them have the power of the man. But when them afraid to come out like that, you have to tell them and them to farm in them areas and you know farm like how them did have club and neighborhood watches and all kind of things. Them have to come out and start do this. And more knock back something to when them attack, as I said before, you know, people. I'm gonna say it again, I'm gonna play this and I play Andrew Holness. This is when Andrew in a opposition. I remember we watch him and I when I said to him. I mean I tell the people them just watch me. Andrew himself tell we to do this. So no guy not tell me about beat Marky G, that is bullshit. And beat it's a government you well accountable, yeah? You are part of opposition, you hold government accountable. This is about JP and PNP now, this is about people's lives. Who control the purse? Who can remember, you know, Mark Golden can go tell them, say, spend the money and look about that school and do this, And the cabinet do that, Okay? Get wise. Everything depends on the government shoulder. And that just plain up there. Hear this.
The opposition leader used his tour to launch an assault on the government's fight against crime.
This at the time, people, launch an assault. I'm see it, I'm in trouble. Hear that? Yeah.
Mr. Holness, an opposition
This was a youth who dead in a Seaview garden at the time.
MP, Desmond McKenzie, were in the community today. Andre Jebinson reports.
The man in charge of the security portfolio, Peter Bunting, had a tour on Sunday, and Mr. Bunting, who receives the crime figures daily, insists there is no increase in major crimes. But opposition leader Andrew Holness has his own view on Friday night's shooting in Seaview Gardens.
It is an example of the growing level of criminal activity within Jamaica. Crime is once again rearing its ugly head.
Still Peter Bunting watch. The highest never go 1,208. Film one go 1,647. The third highest in the nation. Panem watch 2017. Everything 1,500, 1,400. I just tell you that if you are in the police, can them that killing too. So it's not going down. But yesterday, you see it? Him go rush Bunting at the time.
And it is really a cause for great concern.
Mr. Holness said the mothers feel let down by the government.
The government has a role to play in this. The government has a duty to secure and provide security for the people of this country.
People, so Andrew you have a duty. The police are working to kill people. And you not secure them. Okay. So I use them one word.
And I think in talking to that mother,
you know what I'm saying? The government and them go talk to mother. If the opposition leader himself go talk, So he makes him put himself in all of these things. One person and him run out. Watch out.
it was clear to me that she felt that the government had abdicated its role in providing security.
Mr. Holness.
So the same thing we're all upon now. So you abdicate your role for provide security. As a matter of fact, you're using the police them to kill citizens. Them killed 311 last year. And now they reach around 200 already. I kill half of people, them both man, woman, and children. So we are using one word to when you were in opposition, sir. Yeah? Continue.
Said the opposition will be holding the government accountable for its role in controlling crime.
We had managed to bring down the murder rate 3 or 4 years ago.
It's not the same way.
No, it is climbing. We are concerned. We are very worried. And our visit here today is to give the people of Seaview Gardens, but Jamaica in general, the assurance that the opposition is speaking out firmly against crime.
Now, we speak out firm now, we're not attack. We are opposition, you know. So we speak out firm, we have to hold government accountable. It's simple. So we want to play politics, them to go away.
Not only that, Mr. Holness wants the entire country to send a message.
All well-thinking Jamaicans should raise their voice in concert against the high levels of crime and against the government in not doing enough in controlling.
Let me play it back again. This is from Andrew. Listen him again.
Not only that, Mr. Holness wants the entire country to send a message.
All well-thinking Jamaicans should raise their voice in concert against the high levels of crime and against the government in not doing enough in controlling crime.
All right, people. Well, 7 minutes, 1.5 fast. I like 7 minutes now left. But hear this now. Mr. Leon, I see you know when Pat did that talk, you make a little comment and I said, "Trim that foreign and them things." I watch you. But I see your comment again. But anyway, I watch you, you know. Because I don't know what you mean. But, you know, she will have foreign him talk. When I talk, you have down there and talk too. See? Now, this is the opposition part. And him tell us, say, all well-thinking Jamaican to raise them voice in unison, in concert, in one, in solidarity. For all the government accountable. Whether crime, whether you know have no work, whether the road pop down, whether the hospital not work, you raise the voice, man, and all the government. Uncle, where you can get the place better. Oh, me for that, sit down here and rush the opposition. That makes sense to you, no? It'll be a God, the man said, and I talk about PNP and GLP. Who are government accountable? Hold them accountable, you get a better place to run. Oh, the fucking idiot to come up with something like that. Yeah, your whole government are fucking accountable, yeah? You understand? Andrew himself say it, and we can play several things when him say it. And when the matter think him bullshit, you know, we don't say nothing to him, you know. Because in politics, everything. Okay?
Weird.
Yeah,
Weird. Weird. This is why we attack how we attack now. A long time we are telling Andrew to stop the fuckery, you know. Yes. So when we and the policeman them, so you see right now where it reach now, it reach a stage where you lose the moral concept of how you even deal with the situation because too much pain and heartache what we see with people them are under. So we say jungle justice, it look like at the order of the day. Because here is Andrew Holness. Yeah, when my opposition come out and defend the situation as it relates to crime. Them say the opposition have come out and defend.
And tell all people for talking in unison in a one. So we are accountable. Or the people don't listen to them. And them and this. We have to watch and we're accountable, brother. You ask us to do this and we are doing it, so glad. You have to hold accountable for all these things. So remember, you can't go around with none at all. Because you tell me to do this. And we are, you should have thank we. You should have listened and say, boy, shake the man because, boy, we're not really, you know. A matter of fact, the news media should have hold accountable too. But them in your pocket. And
in your pocket.
We are government accountable. You think they're big about, listen. When a big about like the one about Kentucky and do all kind of things, you know, see we crunch numbers and talk all kind of things on yourself. We keep it reading around. Let me tell you this, none of them up there, so you know, not so intellectual like us one here, but the see where I move, so we're a muffin, you know. We're not shit. Yeah? We hold government accountable. You hear me? We are all accountable. Then, this is about who are get beat now, who not getting beat. That is bullshit. You hold government accountable, them have the purse. Yeah? And them read budget. Opposition of your post, what them are do? Yeah? When something right, them point it out. But they are not government itself. Them they're in the cabinet. See? The people, them have the country for all and hold this accountable. You get a better Jamaica. You can't make them go around and thief taxpayers' money. Do fuckery. Tell them no garbage. You don't have no hospital. You don't have nothing and then what you do. You turn one now and then, rush market and rush this and all kind of things. See them have somebody up at the FLA. But I'm pushing this and I'm around 3 minutes. I'm pushing the FLA because I'm put it up there. Them have to walk out yesterday. Why? Here why? Because the guy up there sell illegal gun to his friend them and I do witch hunting, yeah? The boy when you're darling, that piece of shit. Hear this.
Rose in Parliament today is that several Integrity Commission reports connected to the staff at the Firearm Licensing Authority were tabled in the House of Representatives, and rightly so. These reports relate to failures to file statutory declarations in accordance with the law. However, the far more significant reports concerning the operations, governance, and management of the FLA itself still have not been tabled, despite reportedly being submitted to Parliament from the Auditor General since the end of March. This issue already sparked major controversy yesterday, with opposition MPs walking out of Parliament in protest over concerns about what appears to be very selective tabling of reports in this House. What Jamaicans are now seeing is reports involving relatively junior public officers being tabled quickly, while reports reportedly dealing with governance concerns, firearm licensing irregularities, poor administration, and other serious matters involving the FLA itself remain withheld from Parliament. This is a critical national security agency responsible for firearm licensing in Jamaica, and public confidence in that system matters. Public concerns surrounding the FLA did not emerge overnight. Under Executive Director Shane Darling, who is a former two-time Jamaica Labour Party candidate for political office, he has had long-standing complaints against him from firearm dealers, firearm ranges, and citizens about inconsistent licensing decisions, politically targeted reviews, and what some have described as witch hunts against lawful firearm holders. Mr. Darling was also at the center of the highly publicized bullet-making machine controversy, which caused major alarm across the country and internationally before the claims were heavily disputed and the equipment described as an ordinary machine shop device. Against this background, the continued withholding of these reports only deepens public concern. Transparency cannot be selective, especially in matters involving national security and public trust. This is your update from your information spokesperson, Nikisha Burchell.
All right, so see, some have to play that and get the team before we even done with up on the tree, you know, brother. Because this is what Andrew said, I'm going to tell them again, and it's simple. You only have to teach a lot of people a lot of things. Do it, Pat. You read out, we say now no directive, figure no order. Yeah, and the media houses should have read out and show what we are showing here. You to TVJ and observe and all kind of things. Me I tell you this, Crab, him not supposed to tell about even the body camera, you know. That is not being prerogative. Him to make sure them buy it, and the police commissioner and them who are working to make sure them wear it for the public safety. This no up there for dirty thinking, Crab come out and talk. No talk on it. Him not have no directive, him shouldn't not tell nobody about shoot and kill. That's a criminal. See? And you can't tell about from each fucking maker, that's out of order. Him should get charged for it. Gugu too, not supposed to talk about superior power and man, and tell man, you're a piece of shit. All these are breaches. And against the law, international law too. Because that's dictatorship. Okay? We know that. So we beg the people them to start to read about all these things. Read up and know, know the laws and know the thing. And the police, listen, if you're a rookie cop, today the chief constable will have the same arresting powers. Him now more than you. And just different than the managerial thing where, you know, you have a supervisor that tell us, say, you go around here, so, because we don't want to scan everybody get up and do what they want to do. So we just put them in a little managerial thing. Him have no more power than you, you know. Whether I'm a soup, whether I'm a inspector, whether I'm a this, that is bullshit. That's just the managerial thing, but you have the same arresting power. So if you're your squad there go out and you see him go him stop and rape people, you charge him. You stop your him turn a villain, him to get charged. If me, that's why I said we couldn't be a police car, not for one that get whopped. Because me and not for one that go out, you know, could kill nobody front of me, you know. Innocently, you know, not about one. I'm not joke, me know me stay, you know. Me not number one, not either can up around me because I want laugh it. You can't diss nobody. When people see me, them love me. We love people, you know. And the poor need when you step on them, you step on us. And I just need that. Can't change. When me I walk, you want to say, hey, if you ever see some place where me walk, you see much old people run out for me and youth and it unbelievable, yeah? Me not destroy people, I put myself in them shoes. Yeah? And we don't go there for your time, brother. And nothing can't change that. That's how just we. And Joe, you know, different from the infiltration when met through Martin Luther King and the one of them. Remember, you know, CIA does infiltrate and when you look at one black man kill you out. And you want to come them, the one of the same thing. When they're there for crush black people in Jamaica, when there's a piece of shit. Yeah? Yeah, black people are the easiest thing them for buy out and sell out, you know. Believe me, you know. Them are the easiest set of, yeah, especially you one friend. If no boy you and him selling no. A man just come give so a matter of fact, you know what? When you think a job I make, hey, you know, just blame the Chinese alone when me attack, you know. You will have a shop in your ghetto, and the Chinese come up in a wholesale. You sell something for $1, and the Chinese say 99 cents, which them now get back to 1 cent, and them rather buy from the Chinese and make him prosper. You, when them hungry, them can't beg you half a bread, them can't trust, they can't do anything, and then owe you. But them rather sink you and you, then go back on the same term and level. The Chinese not trusting nothing, you know. You have to go with your cash. These are all the people that are stupid. And that's why Chinese take over the haberdashery and everything, you know. Because you yourself and your own boycott you. They will boycott the big man, you know. You. Because you them come from same place. I know them say love them carry a hatred for you. You know, them to stop it. But we there, we just have to teach them and show them the mistake when they make. That's why we stay so. That's why I'm rather live in the wilderness. You understand?
A crucial mistake, you know, Wayne, a crucial mistake Jamaican people make all the time, you know. Because the rightfully them have a community and them counterpart there. We're born and grew at Jamaica. Yeah. A trade amongst each other. But as the Chinaman come and drop the price, everybody run down chin. Why everybody have flat chin? That me want to know. You can't give them a upper hand over your fellow Jamaican them. The Chinese them for left the country.
That's it.
Because you see them a prosper in the country. Nothing happen to them, you know. Them a live a wonderful life.
No, but you see
I
what
enjoy
I say, all right. So if you not have no buyer, see me where I tell them about the big man, because we see it happen more than one time. You a Chinese come up in a thing, you know, and every little local shop close. And you saw them fool. When your mother, you not have no food, they can't come and say loan some. Well, trust me, quarter bread or half a bread, I'm a give you. Me know you not cross the road. You can't go to Chinese shop. You're going to your house hungry. More some little sugar, some salt. You owe me till next week or when you get paid next month. Me have your back clip on my little thing. But you sell me out. But if you keep a party or anything, you never say a Chinese come there, come spend and do not with you.
Not coming. Not coming.
They sell out people too much. And that's the truth. You understand? But they have to teach you, you know. That's why we have to keep on a one-away level, brother. But we have to teach them because they make a lot of mistakes and they don't realize. You see, greedy.
Crucial mistake. Crucial.
Yes, brother.
Crucial mistake that I make, Wayne.
Of course, brother. So this I want to stop. That's why it's a Chinese. Chinese not just come up in them shop if you never buy. You have a wholesale and your black brother own it. And the Chinese come put one side right and buy a couple months, film one lakh. The same man will help you, but your name grow up will help you all right. You might seem and laugh after time, but the Chinese have to cut the money and send it back to China. I build up superpower. Meanwhile, their country will go down. Not smart.
Yeah.
That's not smart. Yeah? And the next thing, civil engineer, with the some of them school, the university, and you take and think for teach civil engineer. We're not supposed to have the Chinese around the road. All I do is money for keep in. And if they borrow money from you and you send how much people from work on my road, that is bullshit. Yeah?
Take it. Chinese take money, you know.
Mistake, man. My government, man. Them having a style, man. The man to go away, man. Man, thief election and destroy the place. And then you have some people run up. They say, my brethren, call me to the family, man. And they tell me about, you know, the opposition, about Mark Golding, you know. You know, Mark Golding. What happened to, you know? Me there for government accountable. Remember, my brain work different, you know. When if you know that, and Joe, me does play, I tell you that. When they not go on, everything in pick and turn in a political porn and send out to the opposition and Mama P. Rush. No, you run him up, you hold him accountable. Him send out some million at that one bag of fuckery.
We not listen to the million them. We are run with the million them. We're not listening to them. We are run them and burn them.
Government job accountable. And anybody find a trap for a whole of time, when you go, hey, listen, if you get rid of, see that? See, I'm going to get rid of them Michael Mann, they walk away in 1983. Let me show you reality now, history. Michael Mann, they never change up the list. Michael Mann, they walk away and never contest. 83. See, I go have all 60 seats. And them have the whole Senate, 21. Where do the country? Opposite. Him upset. Michael Mann, the steward, the son, you see, I have to come build back. When we done, we have some debt, it's unbelievable. Patterson, by him going 3 years' time, him leave IMF and pay them half. And now the 80s meltdown, we come up to the 90s. Patterson used the thing that him found that and him straighten that out too. When you Andrew tell about this and that is bullshit. You understand me, brother? Eh?
Yeah, man.
About everything. So when Andrew, you know, come out and make a bag of night and them thing, the people hold government accountable. The illegal, when Andrew make a report, me say Andrew tell our police for a old man, a gate down in a old down in a bagwalk, down at the gate, and police around the Andrew can't get a directive, you know.
Yeah, man, in a Catherine there.
Brother, in a St. Catherine. Andrew have something he can make a report like any other Jamaican. He walk on a thin line. That's why I believe in an impeachment. In any other country, if a prime minister will come out and tell a police, go kill your citizen them. Him done. The man that charge him, he will never say that. Can't do it. I'm talking about if I meet Jamaica. And matter of fact, he go further than that. He go further than that. You know him though? The man come with a law. They must still come somebody down for water gun. So we have done the food. Let me go back for this. So these people are youth. Must go in a prison now for this. Water, look at. Police can charge a Jamaica for this. Tell me if Angelo love poor black people and love the kids. Him worse than the Grinch. Him worse than the Grinch. The man put this in a law 15 years. This. 15 years. Water. Don't you just keep your water. You know, your body for the sun at. And you play local water, keep your body cool. Input 15 years, man, that I think somebody got in prison for that too, you know. Right now. Just now. So anything looking like a gun, even if you have a piece of board and you put a little thing on it, so them can charge you. Even paper, anything shaping like a gun. Remember, you know, Andrew pass at the line in them cabinet, you know. Him stupid little cabinet, you know. This is what the government are doing, you know. So if you're a granny, like what daddy food and Korean thing them this. If you're going to have this now house, you know, and police want to charge our feet, them can charge our feet straight prison, you know. It ain't a law. Instead of the man fix up hospital, fix up road, make the school them educate the people, them and try to get some meaningful job. That will grow the economy. The man in their past law for lock up all you and your granny to buy a little water gun. This don't make any sense. Not at all. It is stupid. This is garbage. What the man do? Oh, you have put water gun. And Tita, let me play this phone. Let me play this, brother. Let me play it. I say I'm time knock over 11 minutes, but I still have to play this, brother. Water gun. Let me show what I talk about now. See, this is what Andrew bringing in with the law. Let me make a film one liar. When I film one liar around him, I'm trying to tell it it's stupid. Me I tell it it's stupid too. So let me just draw for that thing here and show them. This what the water gun them. I'm draw for this. Cause you can't believe this backside. Andrew, you gone for water gun. Put that in a law. Put this in a law to lock up anybody. Anybody who come up with this, you have it in your house or anywhere, police can charge you. You see me I say? No, you can't wicked, brother. You can't wicked so better. You see? You can't wicked so. Oh, this reaching a law, by the way. Oh. Let me see what I put in the water gun. When you see I go on bad man. Let me see this. Yeah. When you see you are going bad, brother. You are going bad.
If there are...
All right, let me move that. See? You understand? You are going bad, brother. Sita, on this, yeah, Sita. Sita people, look on this.
Told you that this new Firearms Act was dangerous. Under the old Firearms Act, a toy gun, imitation firearm, would only be treated as a firearm if you use it to commit an offense, for example, robbery. Now, if you're able to use an imitation or toy firearm to rob somebody, it must mean that they believed at the time that it was real. And I agree with that aspect of the law, to treat it as a real firearm under those circumstances. But under this new full Firearms Act, there's no distinction that is made between a real firearm and an imitation firearm. And I'm reading directly from the Act. It says imitation firearm means anything which has the appearance of being a firearm.
That means you can have a paper. And you remember we make the little paper gun? I've been a firearm, anything. from its shape.
Whether or not such imitation firearm is capable of discharging a shot, bullet, or other missile. What does that mean? The toy gun that you buy your child on the outside, playing, could be treated as a real firearm. All it takes is for a policeman to be overly zealous and charge you for that toy, and you'll be subjected to 15 years. 15 years, because there's no distinction between a real firearm and an imitation firearm, whether or not you're using it to commit an offense. I understand what it is we're trying to do in Jamaica, but at some point it must make sense.
That is a firearm now. Now you tell me now, if a man will cater for the people, then you don't come in with an act like this. This are the fuck we're Holness in there too, you know. And only not see to our whole government accountable. This wrong. So you were there, you have your grandson, and you're there, your yard part. And you know, somebody send a barrel to water go the night. It's not your house, you're alone at the house. And a man no like Pat because Pat does the two little thing and you do at Jamaica in the house and come see with the water gun. In charge you. 15 years you're getting up. 15 years. No defense, you have a firearm with you. It does to a water gun. 15 years. Oh this CBE. You understand? You know who this hurt? The poor and the needy. They look a poor youth, them will play them look a water tire and them look a thing and them look a boat gun and them look a thing. This now turn you turn against them. That's why I say Mark Golden do a thing good when you remember one time in the 80s, you know, when the youth them about one spliff, them say police and run, not get gunshot and dead too, you know. For run with that spliff, you know, spliff. And you get a police record against you, this how them evil from down the bus that time. You know Mark Golden though? Expunge that and stop that and say no, you can't walk with all 2 ounces. Can't do nothing. See? 2 ounces enough, car bush. You know enough. See?
Yeah.
The ear crab go up on something there that they down there, and I say, oh, Mark Golden sit there. You know, said 12 mule come to him. What's what I got so like cocaine. And you try to think not now going for you. And 12 of them come to him and him got expunge them. When you go foreign and you swallow cocaine. Ramp with your organs, them to go kill off people. They kill your talk. Every boss there to kill you. And you come, I'm going to expunge you for foreign them all. Don't go where them can expunge you for Jamaica. You get dick because them all with cocaine where you swallow. Or him expunge in Jamaica. You know, see, I'll be a bullshit Dr. Crap talk. And then why that? Me no want to expunge somebody but swallow cocaine. I don't. If you know better than that. A little spliff. Me not smoking. But a little spliff. See, you what them talk about now? Medical marijuana. Medical. And it have benefits for the pain and for this and for that. See? You understand? So, me, I right now, Mark Golden, make enough of them a fly. Make enough of them get expunged. And yes, still the man try to turn that run and talk about cocaine. That to show them love the illicit drugs trade. The cocaine trade, they are a piece of shit. I'll be jam talk. And as I said before, we are all government accountable. This is about PNP and GLP. We want to see where we're on here. Yeah? So it happened to be Andrew Holness in there. And when you look now, be a patacatism again. What do you think we're going to do? Andrew, me not just play. Andrew tell us, I will think in Jamaica for raise the voice in unison. Together and hold them government accountable. Now that him said. Now Andrew said that.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay. So when we're holding them, it will be a problem now. Me not talk to people, man. And no man not tell me about no opposition. Them not have the purse. Unless you're big and dunce and fool. Not tell me about no opposition. People in them constituency to make sure, member, you know, the member of parliament. I know. Look here. Look how them fool. Me see them I use people, you know, and me see them run out. I use people like Sam the American Eagle. You know, we run out. You know, dirty thinking Sam. Run out. Look on when look at show some old vehicle over Portmore, you know, and the place were clean up and so why you never clean it? It was the MP. By the way, the government in control. And we know the local government minister. And we know the one where deal with road and all kind of thing, the bug life. So he has to book up everything drop on the government same way, your piece of garbage. Only thing them MP can do is go there, go parliament. I wish you have a speaker now, number 14, no one nobody talk. And then go to parliament and then go back for them people them. Yeah, but them can't take out the money out of the purse and this and that. It's a budget them have to follow. See? So when I pipe on the PNP people, them, the opposition, and I say, the road you never fix, why we never fix it? The election just done, not even 1 year yet. So when I pipe on that so stupid, and the government don't work for the road. The government don't work for the road. You want the government to do all of these things? Do all of these things to them a pipe and the government to get work for them. It's simple. That no need no rocket scientists. We don't want to hear from nobody. You see the government are going with something bad, come pint him out, and the government trouble. But all this I try though, it's change the argument and the narrative. Is GLP against PNP. That is bullshit. Holding the government accountable. Yeah? And we not stop holding accountable and point it out, you know, we not pat a cats. See?
Yeah.
We don't with them. You understand? You understand, lady?
Yeah, man, we can't ramp with them, man. A pat a cat them, man, for real, man. Yeah,
So
and this guy must be held accountable. Yeah, because everything fall down right under film foot, you know. Yeah, man. Him stand up on it right, you know. Everything under him film a trample the whole landscape of the country, you know. Because how it is, yeah, that somebody get convicted for water gun, but Royal Reid cannot be convicted for stealing 50 odd million in a education funding. Eh? And the rest them. So you see, the poor people them a trample up on, you know. Everything we have done and designed is to cramp and paralyze the poor. Because water gun, the only country in the world will lock up people for water gun, Jamaica. The only country will lock up people in a pandemic at Jamaica. It tell us the guy is a serial dictator.
Yeah.
We have to stop him, brother.
All right, we're done
We
with him.
have to stop him now.
Brother, we're done with him. So as we tell you before, I just over there, and when I play with them, we are all them accountable. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see me, I say we are all accountable. We're done with it now. Pat, my time to go eat some food, you know. Yeah,
All right,
brother. Up, bro. You know, when the titan knock us out, worries here. Later,
worries,
all right, that's not me out. Bless up. Bless up.
Enough love,